Alright, what's up everybody? It was late, so I had to make like a really quick overlay here. Hello, Hail Hydra! Big chillin', that's what I like to hear. We're just gonna get right into it because I'm late. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Good to see everybody. You still need to eat? Get some food, bro. Get some food. Hello, Kendrick. Golden Pony. A Hardian. You got Daniel. But he popped right in. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm a little lazy. I'm a little lazy. So, yeah, we're just gonna start. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine. We got terrifying transition from nice to nightmare. I think this is our Karen for the night. Really best to eat right now is a bad combo. Oh no, I hate that. I hate when that happens. Hello, Danny. Hello, hello.
You know you're cooked when you do this.
Ew.
What's going on? What happened to
Ma'am.
I don't know. They told me to leave and I did. It's a little bit more than that.
Well, I seen it also. Hey, it's cool.
My like go-to though, like when I don't feel good, is I like rice and egg drop soup. I don't know, it like either white rice or like fried rice or something, and egg drop soup. Like that's like my favorite. Like not feel good meal.
I don't know. They told me to leave and I did. It's a little bit more than that.
Well, I seen it also. Hey, it's cool.
Yeah, they with me. They know that I left when they asked me to leave.
Well, dude, honestly, you can say ask
You
her.
were
I
late,
seen
yeah.
you grab her.
Yeah,
I was late.
That's why we get out of
Hey, dude, like what, dude?
He's a black. He's a heavy.
He is the Okay, I'm talking about like a security guard or yeah, he was a security guard. How did he put his?
I feel like there are like way too many people talking here. Like I don't know how she is keeping track of this. I don't understand two of them, and the one that I can kind of understand isn't making sense to me either. Like I'm so confused.
Okay, I'm talking about like a security guard or yeah, he was a security guard. How did he put his hands on her? Because he didn't realize.
What do you mean? Grab him by the neck. What you mean?
Why?
I mean, why? And then next thing you know, she
Okay, be quiet.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's like probably a reason why. Yeah, auditory overload. Like I'm just like one at a time, one at a time.
neck. What you mean?
Why?
I mean, why? And then next thing you know, she
Okay, be quiet. Be quiet. Okay.
The
Tell me what happened.
thing is a man
Yeah, one at a
apparently
time.
wanted me to leave this facility.
Okay.
I didn't understand it at first, but I did after he had aggressive assault on me. You know,
Oh, so like she's drunk, didn't want to leave. They said it's time to go. She didn't get it until he shoved her out the door. Maybe.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I've left the situation, so I don't even understand why we're talking right now, man.
Because that's not the story that I got.
I left this situation peacefully.
Well, honestly, be honest with you, when we was walking by the club, we wasn't
We
even.
all, yeah,
What? One was walking by the club who wasn't even at the club. I'll be honest.
Peacefully.
Honestly, be honest with you, when we was walking by the club, we wasn't
we
even.
all, yeah, they,
And I
none of them were in the club.
I'm so glad we have subtitles because they are all so drunk and the slurring. It is very hard to follow.
One thing women want, and it starts with a P and ends with an S.
Potatoes.
was walking by the club, we wasn't
We
even.
all, yeah, they,
And I
none of them were in the club.
I saw that.
Everything.
He
They
pushed-
saw the
but I don't know
female
what was going
assault.
on before then. You know.
Yeah, and the
They
female
helped
assaulted her.
me.
Yes. And the female put her hands on her too. Yes.
They helped me. Okay, can I go home?
Nope. Right now you're being detained.
Nope.
So you can't go anywhere. What's a good phone number for you,
Why am
man?
I being sane for what?
For disorderly conduct.
For what? I haven't done anything.
Okay, I'm
I'm
telling you right
saying-
now.
For disorderly conduct. What? I haven't done anything. Ma'am. Let's get confused together, yep.
Disorderly conduct, you're being
So you're
detained.
gonna arrest me for?
I'm just saying
you're
you're being detained.
Man, he's
It's
just
not,
she's
doesn't
gonna
mean
say,
you're under arrest.
Let her do what
Doesn't
she's
mean you're
supposed
under
to
arrest, but it means I'm investigating a crime.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
I didn't
So,
know the
yeah.
technical.
Yeah, doesn't mean you're under arrest, but you're not free to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll stay right here.
Of course, you got to talk to him because something
Yeah,
happened.
I got you. Right.
Can I get 173 over
I
here?
mean, I'm completely fine. I'm gonna go with my friends here, and we're gonna go have a good time.
Okay.
I don't need to associate with that bar.
Okay.
The
Probably
guy
a good
at the front didn't make it clear what my
Sir, if you were going to be going anywhere else, can we fix your pants and put your shirt totally on? Or is that just not, is that like not a thing anymore? Like, sir, I mean, if you guys are going to be going anywhere else, yeah, you're too drunk to do anything. I think they should, just stay until like it, well, I guess I'm assuming because we saw her in the cop car. She's not going home, but I think everybody should have just went home probably a long time ago.
stature was.
Okay.
And that's why my friends got upset. I got upset because he wasn't making it clear of what it was.
Okay. Okay, so you're planning on going home tonight?
No, I'm going back to the
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Doesn't matter. You're not here for questions. You're here
Right.
for what happened over there.
Okay, what's with the attitude, bro?
I'm not, because I
you
know my
sadly
You are an
mistaken
attitude.
about where you're
No,
at.
you don't know your laws. Okay? Did you go to law school? Did you go to the police academy?
I know my law.
Okay, so you know street law, which is not.
Yeah, listen to your friend over here. She's just asking some questions, maybe making sure everyone's not going to be getting buck wild since you guys are already like extremely intoxicated. So maybe instead of being a douche, just, have a conversation.
Go to law school? Did you go to the police academy?
I know my law.
Okay, so you know street law, which is not law at all.
And I haven't done anything wrong. I'm here with my friends.
Okay.
Having a time at the hotel room.
Okay, just hang out with my buddy, okay?
I'm apparently being detained because I'm hanging out with my friends for no reason.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Oh my God. No, that's not it, lady. That's not it. I know alcohol makes everybody dumb, but that's not it.
I'm being detained because I'm hanging out with my
As much
friends
as you
for
want
no
it to be.
reason.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter because you ain't getting locked up, I am.
That's not it.
Nah, it don't matter at all.
Yeah, because your buddy seems really
Really nice.
confident.
Right.
No.
She's gonna talk herself up into a ticket. Well, based on how this started, I bet she's chalking herself up to some assault charges. So she's gonna get a nice little felony. How's it going, Barkin? Good to see you. How you doing? Making them, in this instance, just making them confident. True, confidently unintelligent.
Yeah, because your buddy seems really
Really nice.
confident.
Right.
No, we got a call.
Your buddy seems super.
Yeah, you can explain. No, you can explain. Go ahead.
We got a call about you. That's why.
I bet they did. I bet they did,
You got
right?
video though?
Who?
Ah, yes. The Instagram School of Law strikes again.
The Instagram School of Law. No. The guy in the middle, though, seems like he's not really, he's not really saying anything. He's not causing any problems. I bet he was drunk too because he was like slurring his words pretty bad, but at least he's not like being an asshole.
You got
Right?
video though?
Who?
Ah, yes. The Instagram School of Law strikes again.
You're prosecuting me on false pretense, and my friends are defending me, and you're getting upset.
I'm prosecuting you?
No, it's cool.
I
Hey,
literally just got out of my
hey,
car.
he's not.
Ma'am, no, there's no prosecuting going on here, and your little sidekick needs to just shut the hell up already because he's making everything worse.
upset.
I'm prosecuting you?
No, you ain't. No, it's cool.
I
Hey,
literally just got out of my
hey,
car.
he's not doing. He's not
Doing pretty
prosecuting.
good. Nice,
Hey,
nice.
Technicalities, right?
It's not a technicality. I
It
just
is
got
a
out of my car.
technicality.
You're just being entertained at school. They just want to talk. It's cool. It don't matter.
That's why I'm here, baby. With my mixed
Trying to be a
children and
dog, but he ain't. Yeah.
Fall out there.
That or he likes her, so he's trying to, he's trying to be a man.
with my mixed children and everything.
Your ID's about to fall out there.
Why are you stepping up to me like that?
Yo, bitch, I ain't gonna do that.
Why don't you back up?
Yeah, go over there. Come on.
See, like this dude in the middle is just like being like, God, just stop. For the love of God, please just stop.
To me like that.
Yo, bitch, I ain't gonna do that.
Why don't you back up?
Yeah, go over there. Come on. Because we don't need no more from that. Come on.
Right? We don't.
We really don't.
We don't need no
It's really
more.
irrational to
Do
me.
we,
So y'all
Officer
look stupid.
Mendino? How much Spanish you get in this
Hey,
country?
you got that?
I was born here.
Hey.
Know how to act
Right,
even
how much
drunk. I mean, like honestly, like everybody should be acting like this when they're drunk. If if there's an issue of some sort, or dealing with the cops or anything, like you should, like there's no reason to be having like such nasty attitudes, especially like if you are in the wrong.
Did you have to learn to be in this country? I'm just curious.
Nothing.
Oh.
That's why he's in this country.
I born here. I didn't come to your country and take over.
He's from here.
No, I didn't
shit.
come to your country and take
Where
over.
do you think I'm from?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know where he's from. So stop.
Right, but quit smiling and acting like you ain't nothing from
No,
somebody
actually,
when
he's
you
probably
are.
from Hawaii. But still.
Whatever, broke out the car, right? If I do his work.
Let him both do their work. Let him both do their
Do
work.
that work. Do that work, bro.
I'm working.
Get that paycheck.
Oh God, she is so ugly. Like she's so nasty. Like just the ugly attitude. I can't stand people like this. Ugh, just throw in the car already.
Off the broke, bitches. Hey, do you go home and sleep at night? I'm just wondering. Do you sleep
I'm
well?
a good taxpayer too, so y'all
Do
should
you
remember
sleep
that.
well? Oh, I am a taxpayer, baby. Do you sleep well?
It's not.
Do you sleep well?
Yeah, I do.
Bet you do. Cricket ass little fucking cunt. Bet you do sleep well.
There is
Your
no
mama
reason
was
to be
great
acting
to
this
have
way.
rights here, bitch. And you sleep well. You sleep well, and white women are doing the same, and you sleep well.
Yeah, I do
Your
actually.
mama got raped to be in this country.
Oh my God, why? Like this woman is unhinged, and she is this is not a good person. She's not a nice lady. Personality makes her fucking ugly. Yes. Right? Like, what is this conversation? Yes, exactly. Like, I don't even know why she even like feels the need to be saying things like this. Maybe just because I don't know. Maybe just because she thinks she's edgy or something, or she just wants to be like a total piece of shit. But this is like extremely nasty behavior.
His mama got raped. Straight raped to be in America. You fucking ass joke. You don't have mixed babies. You're arresting your mama right now, bro. I would smile all you want.
Silly.
Silly.
That poor guy. Oh God, he's just like, oh God. I feel like he like almost like he's like foreshadowing. It's gonna be like, oh God, just stop already.
Yeah,
Can
you.
I have a conversation with your mama? Would it be silly then, baby? All right, I'll show
I don't know why you're talking. Your words have no effect on me. What have I even said to you?
Yeah, he definitely just got here.
The topless hobo was ready to put the cop in his place by letting him know he pays his taxes.
The topless hobo? No. Oh my God. This one's got some zingers in it. Instagram law school and topless hobo. Oh, I love these.
The topless hobo was ready to put the cop in his place by letting him know he pays his taxes.
you. No Judge Burgess. Who else do you know? Yeah,
That makes no
contact with
difference
your
to me.
superiors, bro.
It makes
Go ahead.
no difference to me.
It's okay. Go ahead, though. I'll call your boss in the morning.
That's not your
I'm
car.
out or in.
It's not your car.
Y'all wasting my precious time.
Alright, we're not wasting your time. She's the only one that's
y'all
supposed to
are,
be here.
because these are my friends. I'm still here. I'm a witness. So y'all really wasting my precious time.
You can leave if you want. You're free
I'm
to
gonna
leave.
leave with everybody though.
Okay. Okay. Well, then you're wasting your own time, my friend.
Wasting
I mean, I'm getting paid to be here, so
Yeah,
like, I'm not wasting my time at all. It's fine.
It's called taxpayer money, right? You get paid by us, right?
I get paid by all the taxpayers.
Hold on, am I right or am I wrong?
I hate this so much when people think that you can treat people this way because you're a taxpayer. Like it's like, it's like such a ugly personality to have.
I get paid by all the taxpayers, my friend.
Bro, you get paid by us. We pay you.
All
It
of
comes
the
out our-
taxpayers.
Right, so right, yeah.
Not just you,
Right,
everybody.
so all the taxpayers, right? That's still me, dummy. Duh, that's how you get
I don't know
paid.
why you're coming at me with an
not.
attitude.
Yeah, right?
What I
You're
said.
stupid. Like, where's your knowledge that to be a cop? Is that why they put you on Clearwater? They put you in Kansas City.
Oh, I've been here long enough.
Long enough, my ass. What, like a year?
I don't know what your problem is, friend.
Ruzz, why you
Yeah, I'm gonna light up my black. Yeah, because you know what? Yeah.
Listen to your friend over here, sir. Your friend over here Listen to him. Listen to him. Ugh. Would be the other troublemaker being kind and keeping this motherfucking mouth yeah, right? I mean, like, he's just, you know, like, it is what it is, and, you know, like, whenever this is over and I leave, you know, like, obviously he doesn't have the greatest friends, clearly, but, you know, nothing's gonna, I would assume nothing's gonna happen with him, but, like, you know, topless hobo over here, I can't. Feel bad for the good people in the friends group that try their best, right? Like, it kind of sucks that, like, you unfortunately, like, you know, I feel like sometimes it's like me, like, it's harder, like, if you have friend groups that you've grown up with, because, like, you don't know how they're going to be as adults, and sometimes, you know, or maybe you just hang out with them occasionally, but your occasionally might be like a night like this, which is very, very unfortunate. Hello, Kimchi. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, bro needs new friends, 100%.
This is not your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to him. This is not your business.
Yeah, it is.
Look, what I told you.
Too bad the cops found out she went full kung fu on a lady back at the bar.
Oh, so now we're gonna get the tea. We're gonna get the actual tea of this. You're doing good. Good to hear.
I'm going to my house with my friends.
Okay.
We're going to hang out and sleep.
Okay. Don't. Turn around. Stop. Stop it right now.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop.
Why am I getting...
Oh! We got a takedown in this one. Oh, snap. Oh, we got a takedown.
Why am I getting...
Threw her ass down. Yeah.
Stop. I have no reason to get arrested. I have no reason, dude. I have no reason.
Stop.
Dude, you see this right now?
Stop.
Why am I getting arrested right now?
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why? Why? I need my rights read to me.
No, you
Hope
don't.
you find something
Yes, I do.
though.
No, you don't.
That's like somewhat tasty for you.
Why am I getting arrested? Can you tell me why?
Yeah.
I would say something smart assy. Like, this is like where I couldn't be a cop. I'm like, you're being arrested because you're a dumb bitch. Because you're a dumb bitch. That's why you're getting arrested. Right, because you're an ugly cunt.
Why am I getting arrested? Can you tell me why?
Yeah. Once you start complying.
I'm at my friend's house getting into my vehicle to go
Once you
home.
start complying.
I have been complying.
Give back the same energy, right? It'd be so hard not to. Oh!
Not anymore.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are not doing that.
Why am I getting arrested? Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
Yeah, for disorderly conduct.
I didn't.
See, like, this is like where I'd be so snarky though. I'd be just I'm like, can you tell me why? Oh, you mean you didn't hear the first 3 times that I told you beforehand? Not my problem, you dumb bitch. Now you're arrested. How about that? How about them apples? And I'm gonna tase you.
Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
He's gonna get some tang. That's what I think too.
I was here. I left my disorderly conduct.
Put your hands up.
No,
Where did you leave your disorderly conduct? And that's not how that works. That is not like, they're not like a pair of shoes. You don't just like, you know, leave it somewhere. I don't know. Like, what is this?
I want to go home.
Sit up.
No, f you. Why am I getting arrested? Why am I getting arrested? Why am I getting arrested for no reason?
Stand up.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh my gosh.
Why am I getting arrested for no reason? Why am I getting arrested for no reason? I didn't resist anything. No,
Right.
I did not. You f***ing arrested me for no reason. Dude, call my lawyer. I'm getting it. They're recording me right now.
Yeah, I'm recording you too.
For what?
Sit down.
What did I do?
Wait, she says I'm recording you, and then the cop says I'm recording you too, and that makes her mad? And that made her mad? Ma'am, I think you gotta dry out. I think you gotta dry out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm recording you too.
For what?
Sit down.
What did I do?
This might be a little too loose.
So what did I do? What did I do?
Disorderly conduct in a
No, I didn't. I f***ing was walking away. How do I have disorderly conduct? I was walking away.
Turn around.
You don't even have a charge, bitch. You don't even have a
Oh, oh. How's this working out for you?
You don't even
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Not that she thinks she's doing anything wrong, right?
No, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You know it. This is bullshit. What if I was your mother, motherfucker? What if I was your mother? What if I was your mother? Huh?
All right, grab the door.
Well, then I don't think he'd be a cop if you were his mother, because y'all would be wilding out together. So obviously his mother is much better than you.
What if I was your mother? Huh?
All right, grab the door. Grab the door.
God, she's just something. This one's something.
Apparently, kicking the female cop in the face was just her warm-up.
And she's got previous for bat Leo.
You let her know it isn't a bad little bitch. You arrested me on my not my own
Yeah,
conscience.
I need FD. So let's go. Because I gotta talk to them.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
She was getting pulled out, carried out. Something happened inside. We don't know what happened. But
Send her to the desert.
I wanted them to check out my face. She had brush.
True.
And she kicked me.
I support it.
So she grabbed me like straight up from the neck. And I what Reese? No, but she was getting carried out. So I get it. Like she was in the way.
I got you. I got you. So
At that
you were
point,
close
I'm
by.
okay. So I was like, I did. Sorry, but I was like, look, you just grabbed me, and she straight up like right in my stomach. Like I swear to God, I have bruise here and I have mark on my neck. Like the first thing I would let go because I get it. But like, the fact, like I feel like you can see it.
Okay.
And they're on my back. Yeah, you can see it on my back. Probably she's already sore. She's been telling us in the. But there might even be marks on her stomach. On her foot. Like she like worked with the cowboy boots and shit. Like she was mid like I got pushed back. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, whenever you even say anything, I get it. People get dragged down or whatever, but like. And they take whoever's with them. Like, can I ask you how the fuck kicked you?
Yeah, I spit her in my car.
And she kicked you?
Yeah, she was sitting down and she kicked me in the face.
That lady. These ladies seem like they're very nice, but I love her reaction though. She's just like, "Oh shit."
Car.
And she kicked you?
Yeah, she was sitting down and she kicked me in the face.
Oh. Like that lady's like, "Oh yeah, no, she done fucked up. She done fucked up." Although she seems like she's actually very concerned for the cop though, which is sweet.
Sitting down and she kicked me in the face.
I have a 49cc scooter. Is it okay to ride that on the sidewalk? It's 49cc's. I got it checked. The VIN is not stolen. Is it okay to ride on the sidewalk?
What is this question?
I have to do a little bit of research to give you a lawful answer. It's like I don't deal with scooters a lot. I understand that. Well, if you saw me on the sidewalk, would you pull me over? No, unless you were in danger of somebody. There you go. There it is. God bless you, sir. Thank you for your fucking time.
What is this? Like, what? This is so random. Like, what are you doing? So, like, I don't need. Like, are you even like? He doesn't even look like he's old enough to drink. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know how old or like how 21-year-olds look. A lot of them seem like they are very young. Yeah, can I ride my scooter while he's like live streaming off his phone? Like I am not. Like, what is this?
You were in danger of somebody.
There's a scooter. Nobody cares.
Got carried out. She was trying to jump this wall. Like, it was bad. Like, she was. You don't have
You guys don't have video inside?
So I'm going to go in a fight for them.
I think maybe you should.
Or stand.
And where did she kick you at? Your stomach? Okay. Okay, I got you. And you guys saw the whole thing?
I was standing right next to her. Like, she was about to fight for him.
She hit you in the face?
Those are not are smart enough not to record. Or yeah, I don't. It just seems. Ay.
I was standing right next to her. Like, she was about to fight for him.
She hit you in the face? Or?
Yeah, she hit me in the face. She punched me, she slapped me.
Okay.
She hit me for keys. My daughter called
Okay.
She hit me all in my butt.
She ripped his shirt.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Face kicked me.
This woman is a goddamn gremlin. She's just attacking everybody. Like, she kicked this lady in the stomach, she ripped this guy's shirt and scratched him and punched him or whatever. Like, Jesus. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe this is the other bouncer. Maybe this is the bouncer that's bringing her out, but like, God. It's just a goddamn tornado trying to come out. Try to get that confirmation before doing something stupid. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Hit me in my face, kicked me. Slapped me.
Jesus.
I'm just walking by.
Oh, so he's just like an innocent bystander here. Unless, like, I mean, I thought his shirt was ripped, but maybe not. Maybe that's what. I mean, I guess I don't know. I have no say in fashion, but it looks like it got ripped.
Slapped me.
And you just were walking by.
I'm just walking by.
Was this when they were carrying her out?
No, I don't know. I just saw them outside.
Well, the witnesses were certainly thirstier for the officer than for the beer.
What color are your eyes?
Can't you look into them?
Hey, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. I can't even hate it. With his boobies hanging out, right? Yeah. Yeah. It looked like his shirt got ripped.
What color are your eyes?
Can't you look into them? Longingly? Please look at my eyes and tell me what color they are. Can you see my blue eyes? All right, cool.
I kind of love these ladies though. I kind of love these ladies. They're funny. They seem like they're very sweet and kind of like funny drunks.
He's got my blue eyes now. I'll do this without hitting on you. It'll make it easier. You're saying he's not cute? I'm saying I'm not going to hit him. Because you wanted to end soon. You don't have to look into my eyes. They're green.
So these women are so sweet. These women are just sweet. America, so poor cop. I mean, you know what? Would you rather just have these women be sweet to you and just, like kind of flirt with you, or would you rather have the fucking wild animal that's in the back of the cop car for your night? You know what I mean? I feel like this is just like a palate cleanser for him.
9734. Not for your personal record, sir. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
No, like they're just giggling, having a good time.
Because you don't want it personal. You can't just grab somebody's wrist and be like, I'm arresting you and not read them the Miranda rights. I know my rights.
Okay. Well, if you know it, then you know obviously no better than us.
That's the black man right there.
She's amazing.
He's not pressing any charges. It's great. But the white women are, right? Go figure.
I don't know what race has to do with anything with this.
Well, it does. Because I didn't attack anybody. I was dancing with the man right there.
I just got like there.
Oh, ma'am, I think you were just a big fat liar. Grab them all the time. Hello, Nem.
I didn't attack anybody. I was dancing with the man right there.
I just got like there facing. So do you have any injuries or anything?
No, I don't. I don't need to be arrested. There is more people to tell you not to arrest me than to arrest me.
Okay, maybe they don't make the decisions, we do.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
So
Because
what
you have
I'm
a
gonna-
small dick, right?
Oh my gosh, ma'am. Can we not? Thank you for 63 months. Thank you, Nem. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Make the decision, McMullen.
Yeah.
My judge makes the decision, honey, and I ain't gonna sit nowhere, but your career will be on the line.
This is when she channeled her Insta comment
Happy if a random raindrop shows you some attention. Oh, I'm just saying, like those women, like I mean, I like they were harmless. They were harmless. This thing, on the other hand, I don't, ugh.
I ain't gonna sit nowhere, but your career will be on the line.
This is when she channeled her Insta comment law degree in full force.
Okay. Well, the decision is you're going to jail.
All right, bye, McMullen.
Oh,
Hold up now. That's another bad Leo.
Oh,
Yep.
Christ,
posture window privileges.
Go, I have balls. I'm being arrested. Yeah. I'm being arrested for having balls. You don't help me.
she's a he? Like, just now? Like, she just turned into one? Or he's a she, he?
It's not our turn
Well,
to get
that
out
is a
yet.
felony.
You need to stop
How
kicking
dare
the
she
car.
insult him like that?
Oh,
Right? Yeah, we ain't gotta bring his peanut into this conversation. We don't know for sure. I know she don't know, but we don't. I mean, we don't have to get ugly about it, because we could say a lot about her.
You need to stop kicking the car. Oh, she's doing it with her knee. You need to stop doing that. Stop.
You. You're fucking Hispanic fucking son. You should arrest that fucker.
The Spit Viper was charged with battery.
I'm a boy now. I turned into a boy. I'm a real boy. Like, okay. She's an actual transformer. I mean, literally. The way she just said that so, like, casually. Oh, man.
The Spit Viper was charged with battery,
Spit
battery upon a
Viper.
peace officer, disorderly intoxication, and resisting law enforcement officers with violence.
It said she's 37. Oh, oof. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And now she's got a whole slew of shit that she gets to deal with now. Congratulations. I'm a real boy. Alright. This one is she beat up her boyfriend, then spit on police. Oh, we got another spitter here. Wonderful. I bet this is gonna be great. Kind of pitch her name too crazy. Oh yeah, she's an Ashley, huh? Our Ashley's crazy.
Here's what happens when you spit on not just one, but two police officers.
Police department, what's going on?
Get this girl. This girl's crazy.
Someone hurt?
All the windows out.
What the fuck?
I got pissed.
What in the hell?
Someone hurt?
Oh my, what in the... You broke the windows out of this.
All the windows out. I got pissed. I tried to help. She been torn in my house.
She got anything in her hands, like broken glass?
She has some. She keeps cut me all over.
Oh my god.
Okay. Can you go over there real quick, ma'am? Just go ahead.
His cousin.
Okay, hold on. Go with this officer and have a seat right here.
You know he is.
Go have a seat right here, please.
You know he is.
Go have a seat right here, please. Just have a seat right here.
You know he is.
Where's Serrano at?
Look,
Just have a seat.
you know he is.
That's fine, right here. Just right here. Have a seat, please.
Get off of me.
Well, she seems like she's just a ray of sunshine. Wonderful.
You're getting blood on me.
Ew.
None of that. The hell?
Have you been drinking tonight, man? Serrano, pat her down.
That's who live here.
Do you need EMS, ma'am? Who lives here? You guys injured?
Oh my god.
Can we get EMS started out here for code green injuries? I'm sorry.
Sprinkle a little crack on her, she'll be okay. This seems like this seems very, like there's a whole lot going on here. Give me a good thing in the right section.
29, can we get EMS started out here for code green injuries? I'm sorry, who lives here?
We out of the house.
Oh my god, is he okay?
Is this the door right here?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I come and talk to you real quick? Do you live here? Are you neighbor? Or?
No, I was just coming up. I was coming to see the girl.
The white trash fight. I mean, it kind of seems like this might not be like the best area of town.
Stay with her.
I come up, they was fighting. But they wasn't fighting. She was going crazy.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah.
Oh, you're friends with more or less?
Yeah.
You're from, okay. Who is she to them?
She's his little lady friend.
Little lady friend.
Face away from me.
What?
I said go ahead and stand up.
Standing up for nobody.
Have a dull moment in the hood.
Stand up. 'Cause I'm gonna, hey, don't start doing this.
I don't
all
have
right?
to stand up for nobody.
Oh, I think you do though, because this looks like some shit went down. So, yes, I would probably stand up.
No, stand up. Because I'm gonna, hey, don't start doing this.
I don't have
right?
to stand up for nobody. So look at me from right here.
You're making
I don't
it
feel
more
like standing.
complicated than it
For
needs
what?
to be, man.
What do I have to stand for?
She thinks he's screwing his cousin. And that's weird.
What's your relationship with her?
She's a friend. I mean, he can go to a doctor.
Yeah, I got EMS coming.
The mother. My cousin don't have a place.
I'm looking right. What? For what?
Please stand up, or we're gonna make you stand up.
I gotta pat you down.
Fucking pick of wood.
I gotta pat you down for weapons. For
I don't have
trans.
a weapon, obviously.
Well, no
Oh,
one can
I
take
know
your
that.
word for it.
Come on, spread your legs. Spread your legs.
Jeez,
They spread, aren't they?
No, they're not.
He's further apart, ma'am.
Touch me. Don't touch me, bro. Move! 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 Get off of me!
Okay, you're under arrest.
I don't give a about none of that. I don't.
Clearly, I mean, we know, that's very obvious that, we do not care at this point. That is, you made that very clear.
Okay, you're under arrest.
I don't give a
Super
about none of
cracky.
that. I don't care. And when I see you, I'm dragging you off your head.
Yeah, I got her.
Everybody. Anthony Smith. When I see you, I'm a on your brother. You white heck was. That's all you want to do is lock black people up.
Dude, it's black. What? Who is she talking about? Because the guy inside's black, isn't he? Like, who? What? Who? What? I am, like, who are we yelling at?
You white heck was.
It's like Jerry Springer.
That's all you want to do is lock black people up. I should air on your head, bitch.
She's talking to the cops or she's talking to him? Like, who are we yelling at?
You gonna sit down, man?
Always turn into a race issue, right?
That's what I want to do.
The woman wasn't stopping with
Like, I thought she was saying that to the cops, but then she was like throwing out names. So then I was like, but I don't think she knows the cops' names, so that I don't know where the names came from. But
her abuses, and it was clear the officers were oblivious to what she was about to do.
Yeah, she can go for other charges too. Make sure she ain't got injuries on him. He's definitely got injuries. Where'd he go? Is he getting his...
Trying to wash up, probably.
I hear you.
Don't want to understand why she's so angry.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Can I come in and talk to him while he's washing off? Just can you tell me what happened real quick before EMS gets here?
that's what
You know, the other day,
you can swear that.
told up my house.
Okay.
Everybody together. And she said, I got the texts and everything.
Okay.
Maybe my phone is.
So you know that species very well.
You just wanna
Oh,
have a
do
seat,
you?
man? So
That's not nice, them. These cops are being nice.
Does she live here? No. Has she ever stayed here or lived here? I'm sorry, what?
She never stayed. She never stayed in
Okay. Did she like spend the nights here though a lot?
Been here before, yeah.
How long ago has it been she's been spending the night
How's
here?
it going, Mel?
About 3 or 4 days now.
Okay. She have property here?
That's in the bag out there.
Just that bag or stuff? Okay. What's her name?
Tamika Ackerson, I think.
T.A. Anderson? Ackerson?
Man,
How you spell that?
is he okay?
You might as well say
God.
loud, snitching. Yeah, when I see you, bitch, I'm gonna you up. You quit talking to me.
Go this way.
Quit talking to me.
Stop fighting.
Ma'am, you are not going to win this fight against him. As much as you think you will, you are not going to win this fight against this man.
Talking to me.
Stop fighting.
Stupid ass pick me that.
Ma'am, stop.
Tell me what the you run over here. That's your head, but you. If I was, if I was sweet, my dog, all you. That's what you
My
get.
God.
What? Help.
Having a barbecue for dinner? Oh, nice.
Where's the
Hey, white people.
Where's the spit mask at?
All you rot in hell. All your
So her getting into a fight with her friend breaking a window, making him bleed is white people's fault. Is that what I'm gathering here? That she's being held accountable for being, you know, I don't know, violent, and now she's being held accountable for that. And this, but it's white people's fault. Is that what I'm getting here?
Get off me. Just get off me.
Ma'am?
Ain't nothing on my pocket, you stupid. Woo! Get off of me.
Icky.
You wanna kick me? Yeah, I see you on. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Headbutt your head. Oh, you
She is. You just. girl got calmed down. She just gotta. It's just reel it back just a little bit. Like Jesus.
Go ahead.
Coming from her. I mean, like, cause like I don't really, I don't understand. And there's that word, finna. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. There's a lot of words like that. Like I don't like dead ass and finna, and there's plenty more that I don't like. But it's just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe. DVP, how's it going? Good to see ya. Moist, yeah. I don't like the word moist a whole lot, but yes, there's, like it's not just that, but it's. I mean, she just needs to relax here and realize that, showing up to a residence that you don't reside in and breaking windows and making people bleed is not good. A little sore, but nothing major. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
ooh.
Go ahead.
Headbutt your head. Oh,
Stay against
okay,
and stop moving.
For sure. You wanna rub my mother?
Yeah, you're not gonna spit on us. You're not gonna headbutt us. It's not happening.
I'll look at the van.
You got another dude over there. Okay. That's she might.
Head up.
No.
Thing, bitch.
No.
Smashing against.
Yeah, you're dang right I am, because you keep spitting at us, trying to headbutt us. This is what's gonna happen. These are what happens when you do this, huh? Yeah. You got one?
Move and hurry.
Well, you can quit doing what you're doing, and you won't be where you're at.
And comes the suspect.
True. So true. Imagine that. He's speaking facts. I can be there. This is a big stigma against getting mental health treatment in Black communities, and add substance abuse to it gets rough. Also, finna means about to. Oh, I understand what it means. I don't like it though. It's just like, I don't know. There's like certain words that to me, if you are using them, makes you sound extremely just unintelligent, and like I automatically just discredit you, which is probably kind of mean. But it's just, there's some things that like, I don't know. It just does not. I just don't like it. And then it's usually always like, and even, I mean, I feel like I've heard like a lot of people say that, and a lot of people, that there's like a lot of Zoomer terms that I cannot stand. But I think it's just because I'm old. Most ghetto talk you don't like. I would just say like most Zoomer talk, I don't understand it, and I'm not willing to learn it. So.
This, huh?
Ask you a question.
Yeah. You got one?
Move and hurry.
Well, you can quit doing what you're doing, and you won't be where you're at.
And comes the suspect's choice.
About, it doesn't even shorten or fixin'. It's about the same amount of letters. Ooh, yeah, right. That is a good point. That's a good point. I mean, if she said like I'm gonna headbutt you, like okay, like I mean, yes, obviously like you're pretty unhinged, but the like finna thing, just it's like Zoomer language. I'm just like ugh. You're not old if you don't like Zoomer talk, because it's stupid. Okay, here's a question. I don't know how many Zoomers are in here, but like if you're a Zoomer and you don't do the Zoomer speak, like do other Zoomers think that's stupid? Or is it just like normal? You know what I mean? Like cuz I definitely am curious, because I can't speak for myself because I am, Crypt Keeper over here, so You know, I'm the one shaking my fist and saying like, you know, you gosh darn rascals. But like you can't understand shit they say. Okay. Cause like I was always curious of like, is this just like a normal thing or are there like other Zoomers and like now you guys can't communicate because you got Zoomer speak and then you got, you know, other Zoomers that don't talk that way. So now they're like, well, I don't know what they're saying either. You know what you know what I mean? Like, does it just make it confusing for everybody involved then? How's it going, Sun Moon? Chewing on some beef jerky, enjoying one of the best streamers on Twitch. Oh, but thank you.
Voice awarded lines of the decade.
God damn, it take 4 of y'all to help me down. God damn, can't breathe.
There's 3 of us.
Oh, there's 3 of us.
You can breathe just fine.
You got my
We're gonna have the van for 123 call.
so
Put that on her.
Oh, she's getting sacked.
Are you done trying to hit us now?
just let me the go. No.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Come with me. We got a guy he's all cut up with glass.
The medics had arrived, but they had no medicine that could fix her attitude.
Timer saying to the kids, you can't because you're old. You're a crypt keeper.
Glass.
The medics had arrived, but they had no
Yes,
medicine that could fix her attitude.
I'm crypt keeper status.
Yeah, he's in here.
That or I'm like already like a ghost or something at this point, you know, because everyone says like when you're 30 you're dead. So I mean at this point I think I'm either the crypt keeper or I have already passed on. I'm barely holding it together, guys. I'm gonna have to go into a home soon. Rexy, how's it going? Good to see you.
And that could fix her attitude.
Yeah, he's in here. Yeah, I mean, you can see.
I'm a wrecky. I'll stream from the nursing home.
You got on the phone the rest of the text message.
That's okay, man. That's not that crucial. What did you see tonight?
I just pulled up and she was trying to get. She was halfway through the window, tearing up shit, and then I tried to pull her away because I was like, you gonna hurt yourself and get yourself scared. She was too. I was like, why are you so angry?
Was the glass already all broken and everything?
Well, this was already broken. She already broke that.
A lot of Creole language. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like, for some of these people, especially her, she doesn't seem to be very old. I don't think that that's an excuse anymore.
I was like, why are you so angry?
Was the glass already all broken and
11
everything?
kicking and you're 44. Hey, man.
Oh,
You
so
know
one
what?
of them's already broken?
Yeah,
We're both dead.
She just got mad and just started kicking.
According to Zoomers, we are no longer kicking. We are. I don't know what we are. I think we're just, you know, I think maybe we're like zombies of some sort. That crazy lady from yesterday's stream goes to the nursing home you're at. I can take her. I can take her. I will take that bitch down.
Oh, so one of them's already broken?
Yeah, but that was it. She just got mad and just started kicking.
Did you see her break any of the glass tonight?
Yeah, I see her do all that.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Instead of like bum fights, it'll just be like geriatric fight, but I'll snatch that bitch by her hair before she even knows what happened.
Did you see her break any of the glass tonight?
Yeah, I see her do all that.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Have you seen the video of the girl that she works at a hotel at the front desk and the chick that's leaving, she like throws something at her and that chick runs around the counter and runs out there and grabs her by her hair and like yanks her back and cuz like when you have a ponytail like that, somebody grabs you from the back, like you kind of get off balance really quick. And then she just starts beating on her, and Tox was like, he was like, this is like some shit you would do. Like I'm not even like a confrontational person, but I guess if I got mad enough, you know, then, you know, just fuck around and find out, I guess.
Did you see her break any of the glass?
The gun cane or walker, penguins. Yo, I would probably just have like some little something strapped somewhere. You know, hit him with that razzle dazzle. Ripping IVs off. Yeah. wrap it around your hand, then you start.
Tonight.
Yeah, I see her do all that.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
That over here. My name's Scott. I'm with Such Kind of EMS. We're here to just kind of take a look at all your injuries and everything. Make sure, and if you need to go to the hospital, we get you there. We get you the right care. Where are you hurting the worst at right now?
I'm in the worst care. I don't really care with my pain.
Just set some big fireworks off tonight. Well, I guess they have been.
Okay. So you kind of have to help me a little bit.
My arm with the chains on, my head, my lip.
Like, how did it start?
I don't know. Did he hit your
Like, was something started it? They were yelling, they were screaming, something happened and started. What's the best thing you saw? And you were here. You saw her break something or do something, right?
Yeah, she was breaking the window.
Okay, can you just tell me about what you remember, what you saw?
No, that's it.
Okay. Not too fun having that.
Florida Shell Fire. Oh yeah, that's like what's been going off over in our neighborhood too. Like, I mean, if 4th of July landed on like a day that I streamed, I probably wouldn't stream because like like that's all you'd hear. It would sound like a war zone like coming through my mic. Plus, I like going out there and watching them. So, I'm excited. I'm excited because that's like my favorite thing to do is to get to go watch everybody's fireworks because they get all like the huge ones and it's like there's like a bunch of people that have spent a lot of money because they have been setting them off like this whole week. So it's and then I think there's like 2 or 3 houses that I don't know if they have like something that can set off like a or they just have like more mortars, but there's like 2 or 3 houses that they'll set off like a bunch and they're pretty close to us, so then we can but I love it. I can sit in my driveway and we just watch all the fireworks for a while. It's a love triangle. I don't know if it is or not. That's a very good question. I actually have no idea if this is a love triangle that's going on here or what. How's it going, Gus? Depressing seeing people treat each other like this. It is. It is. It's definitely just it's not good. It's not good for everybody involved, you know? And it's not good that she's having like such a bad attitude. These fireworks are homemade or like a love square. I don't even know if it's a square. I mean, it sounds like he said he's not dating her, but I mean, I guess I don't know. But really have no idea. In your court. Oh, I hope you feel better, Gus. Hope you feel better. And that was a surprise. These will probably go on for a while, depending, like, I feel like there's some years where we will hear fireworks into, I don't know, like September, October. I mean, it doesn't bother me. Very dialect day. Also, you can go anywhere in the world and most people would understand because of our influence on pop culture as a whole. I mean, I think there's a lot of English speaking countries that you can go to and you'll probably be fine. I don't know if I'm one of the best streamers on Twitch, but I try. I just enjoy having people here. I appreciate you guys.
Not too fun having that on, man.
So I got all the way to the part that she was accusing you of having sex with somebody else, right? Okay. And then
Okay, so they are dating or are they not? Or
the part that she was accusing you of having sex with somebody else, right? Okay. And then what happened after that?
You started tripping, wanted to hit me and stuff like that.
Started to hit
you have the pro streamer moments, and that's what counts. What, like when I say stupid shit? Like that is that a pro streamer moment, or like when I forget that, you know, my mic is muted? That's a top favorite of mine.
You started tripping.
Some freaky grandpa, right?
Wanted to hit me and stuff like that.
Either count.
Started to hit you. Okay. How many times did she hit you? Do you remember?
I stopped counting.
Countless.
When you stop trying to
You're not trying to fight somebody, you usually take the ass with them.
Right.
So,
Was she hitting you all sorts of ways, like open hand, closed hand?
Is this somebody else? I mean, the camera quality is not great. Is this somebody else? So is it like these three that live here?
Is okay.
Spitting and stuff.
She was spitting on you.
So she just, when she broke that window, she cut her head right here all the way to the fat leg and stood out there bleeding to death. Then I had to take her to the hospital.
Oh, that was
you
the
look at her wrist.
Oh, it's a wild talk.
Cut right here,
that was the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while, but you know, 14 sessions.
Okay.
Oh my god.
When did she start? So this.
You should get like a restraining order on her. I'm just saying. That seems like the better idea.
Start. So this was all occurring inside, right? No.
She was outside. And then she started picking up stuff, throwing it. And that's what happened. And when she broke that, it was a 2-pane glass, and the one was still intact, so it didn't shatter out. So.
Okay. But whenever she first started hitting you and everything, was it inside?
Yeah, right there. And
then you threw her out?
She come through there.
So after you threw her back outside and she started throwing things through the window, smashing it, did she come back? Was she able to make
Oh, she trashed his house. This is bad. She smashed the windows. She trashed his house. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's time to cut ties with this one. Cause she just got the next thing you know, she gonna burn this place down.
outside and she started throwing things through the window, smashing it? Did she come back? Was she able to make it back inside?
True love. I hope not.
Okay. And then she just kept attacking you? Did she hit anybody else in the residence?
Yeah, she tried to attack my cousin.
Hey.
Okay. Tamika, we're here. Help you down. She found all your stuff.
She finally calmed down.
Let's help get her in here, and then I'll move the van out of their way.
Get ready to go back to her mama, hear her shit. She go back, and then she'll come back. But it was more like just trying to, help somebody out. You know what I mean? But
how long is a while? Like months, years?
Yeah, I mean, for her staying with me, how long I knew her?
Both.
I didn't know her probably for a year or so.
A year? How long has she been staying here?
Off and on probably for about 60 days. It never was a permanent,
permanent
week
thing.
here, week there. It wasn't no big thing.
Okay.
The woman was charged with simple battery upon a peace officer, destruction of property, and resisting arrest.
She ruined her life. She's 19 and look at all these charges she has. This is not good. I think she needs to reevaluate some things in her life. Maybe she can, I don't know, maybe find better people to be around or something. But I would say that that's not good. That's kind of sad to see. For sleeping. Awesome. Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Butt plug. Yeah, she definitely, it definitely could be a drug thing. It could be, I feel like it could be a lot of things, but I think she needs to, I think she just needs to maybe do better, maybe be better, try to be better. I don't know. It's kind of sad, it's kind of sad to see. All right, let me go take a break. I will be right back. I gotta go get a drink and stuff too. Hopefully my drink's cold by now. But let me go take a break. Okay, I am back. I thought this video would be fun. This is 13 creepiest Bigfoot videos. I feel like this could be entertaining. Thank you, thank you.
At the
How
start of the
many of
year,
these? How many of these are gonna be blurry? They're just gonna be like blobs. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Write the classics.
a video was released to the public featuring a camping enthusiast
What, a
who had set
tear
up
in
a
your eye?
campsite deep within the woods on his property. The exact location of this
Oh,
encounter
yes.
remains unknown,
My bad.
but he resides
They're all
somewhere
clear
in
as
the
day,
northern
yes.
United States. He had installed a trail camera on a tree at the site to monitor the area while he was away. Occasionally, he would retrieve the camera to check the footage, which mostly captured nothing unusual, except for the occasional curious deer or other wildlife. However, this time, the footage captured something that not only shocked him, but also stunned the entire world.
Dinner. How do we know this isn't somebody in a ghillie suit just being weird? Or, I don't know, something like that.
The video shows a massive, dark, Sasquatch-like creature dropping a huge tree branch onto the man's tent. Upon zooming in, the creature appears to be covered in long, dark hair, with broad shoulders and a massive head, and significantly larger than a human's.
Or a bear,
when compared to
maybe.
the tent, which is likely 4 to
A ghillie suit or a man in a costume, right? That's like kind of like how I feel, but I don't know. Like we can't. I can't distinguish anything from this. Like staring at this, like I can't distinguish anything. The Running Man remake, I saw that they were doing that. I feel like it's gonna be ruined though. I'm not hating on it, but I don't think you can replace Arnold like that, you know, and think that it's gonna do well.
5 feet tall, the typical height of a
Unfortunately.
1 to 2 person camping tent.
I was telling Tox about it though. I was like, why didn't they just make like a prequel of like why the Running Man even started? And that it could have been like its own thing, and that would have been cool.
Is likely 4 to 5 feet tall, the typical height of a 1 to 2 person camping tent. The creature towers over it, suggesting it stands around 8 to 9 feet tall. It is speculated that the clip is so brief either because the trail camera ran out of storage or because it only records for a few seconds after detecting motion. Regardless, the footage is incredibly captivating. As for why the creature seems so angry, it's possible that the campsite was unintentionally set up in the Bigfoot's territory. The man has since moved his campsite to a new location in the woods, hoping to avoid any future encounters with the creature.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I couldn't really tell.
The following describes a Bigfoot sighting captured by a lone hiker. While hiking in the vast wilderness, enjoying nature and losing track of time, the hiker eventually reached an area surrounded by thick pine trees. The trees were so dense that it was difficult for him to see through to the other side. Suddenly, he heard something massive moving on the other side of the dense trees. Thinking it was a large animal, he pulled out his phone and started recording. However, what he captured was far more dark and disturbing.
Patrick Schwarzenegger. I mean, it doesn't even have to be him. It could, you know, I mean, if you did it that way, you could literally have anybody.
Captured was far more dark and disturbing.
Holy shit.
I don't know. As much as I love believing in Bigfoot, I don't know. I don't know. This, and like, how old is this? It's not a
A
real
massive bipedal
Bigfoot.
creature walked past. Some immediately identified it as Bigfoot, but this creature looked different from the traditional depiction of Bigfoot. Its arms reached all the way down to its feet. It appeared significantly thinner, and it was more hunched over. This unsettling creature seemed to be at
I have
least
seen the
10
AI
feet
Bigfoot
tall.
videos.
What do you think this could be?
Bigfoot Hunters on Animal Planet. I have watched a couple of those episodes. I used to watch Bigfoot documentaries on YouTube too. Like those people are wild. I absolutely love them though.
This intriguing Bigfoot trail camera footage comes from West Central, Alberta, Canada, and was highlighted on
I almost feel like that one was like staged. That last one. I like. I don't know. I don't know.
January 17th, 2024. The trail camera, set up to film and collect data on wolverines in the area, was never expected to capture something like this.
Okay, this looks pretty clear. Not so much anymore.
The camera was initially triggered by a buck behind a tree, which briefly peeked its head around before retreating. However, something else was hiding on the other side of the tree. At first, the creature remained completely still, but once the buck walked away, it moved out of its hiding place. The creature appeared to be incredibly tall and massive, dark, and seemingly covered in fur. To estimate the creature's height, consider that the average buck stands around 3 feet tall at the head, and this one seemed particularly large, possibly 3.5 feet tall. However, for the sake of this video, let's assume it was 3 feet tall. The supposed Sasquatch's head appeared much higher than the deer's,
I don't know
even
about
though the
that.
ground where the Sasquatch was standing sloped down significantly.
Talking about dirty videos,
This means
man.
the deer was on elevated ground, while the Sasquatch was on lower ground. Yet the creature still seemed to be around double the height of the deer, even while crouching. It didn't appear to be standing at its full height, so a fair
Why did we zoom in when the zoom out one was like so much better quality? I'm just saying, because like now
even
it's
while
all
crouching.
distorted.
It didn't appear to be standing at its full height, so a fair estimate would place it between 7 to 8 feet
Mess
tall.
with her trailer.
This footage is certainly compelling and has left
I
many
haven't seen
people
that one.
puzzled.
The one that I watched though, this lady said that she was friends with Bigfoots and would talk to them and would like give them food and stuff. I don't know. It was crazy. I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, sure.
Let's take a look at some very mysterious footage. A man named Hunter Peter claims to have the body of a Bigfoot stored in a freezer.
It has 5 toes. You can see its very large hands. See its eyes. It clearly is a male. You can see right there. This is the front of the Sasquatch.
Well, that's a pee-pee.
You know, compared to a human's hand, like my hand's not even close.
What do you think about this one? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. This looks... I don't know, like its face? I don't know about this.
Eyes.
I would say this is like the best one we've seen, but I don't... Grass bake or piece of freaking piece of its face? Looks like Wario. It kind of looks like a mold or like wax or something. I don't know. This is a little bizarre.
It clearly is.
Like I don't like it. It doesn't even look like it got mummified, really.
Foot stored in a freezer.
It has 5 toes.
Like, just this one looks a little odd. You have 5 toes and big hands, you know, Bigfoot. I don't know how I feel about this one either. I don't know. I feel like none of these are convincing enough for me. Although I do appreciate them. I don't know if I necessarily am like convinced.
You can see its
Little goofy
very
guy.
large hands. See its eyes. It clearly is a male. You can see See right there? That's
I mean, that doesn't look like a peen, but it looks. I don't even know what I'm looking at though.
this is the front of the Sasquatch. You know, compared to a human's hand,
Unsolved Mystery one was
like
better.
my hand's not even close.
I don't think we can watch
The
those on
footage
here
shows
though.
what he says is a Sasquatch corpse, frozen and packed with ice. The body is enormous, matching the typical descriptions of Bigfoot, with dark brown matted fur, large hands, and an overall massive physique. The head appears decayed and bloodied, with closed eyes and jagged teeth, giving it a very realistic appearance. Could Hunter Peter actually have a real Bigfoot body, or is
Why wouldn't you send this off to a lab of some sort, or have somebody come out and, you know, start taking samples from it? Not that like I guess we have anything to test it against, but it would at least say that like, it's something, right? Right? Yeah, this doesn't look like ice.
this an
I
elaborate
don't know.
hoax? Perhaps it's a hyper-realistic.
Or it looks like I don't even know. I was gonna say it looks like a bag of ice, but then some of these look like I don't know.
Prop. But if that's the case, it's
82% fake.
convincing. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
No, like if I had something like if I came across something like that and shot it or whatever, like I'd probably be like, "Do you want me to like cut a foot off or something and send like tell me where to send this?" No DNA analysis means fake. I mean, it's just like, well, because like, I mean, think of it this way: like, if they tested the hair or anything else on it, and it's like synthetic, then you know it's fake. And then if it comes back as something weird, you know, like maybe, like maybe you got something, like, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to have any of it tested. I guess that's what I would do.
This video, released on July 14th, 2024, comes with the caption, "Terror on a rural farm."
Comes back as inconclusive. Well, then at least that kind of makes it like a little more, you know, like that would probably be more convincing, right? If it was inconclusive. But you can like test stuff to know if it's like synthetically made though. So like if he made this as a prop, then everything that would come back should be everything that would be like chemically made, you know, whether like the hair, skin, everything. So like if it was inconclusive, then like, you know, that would almost make it better, honestly. How's it going, Rally Man? We're watching Bigfoot videos. we're seeing the legit proof Bigfoot of the fake mummy that got studied. Oh, they studied a fake mummy? I didn't know about that.
2024 comes with the caption, "Terror on a rural farm deep in the wilderness. The red-eyed aggressive Bigfoot."
Every university zoology department would jump to connect any proof, right? Like I would think so too. Like I would definitely think that too, but I don't know. Like maybe I'm way off base.
Here's the footage.
And if they did contact him and he said no, like wouldn't that be weird? Because I would have been like if it was like legit, I would have been like, yeah, take it. Or like I'll let you take pieces of it or something, you know?
The red-eyed aggressive Bigfoot. Here's the footage.
That's a werewolf. Let's see. If you want a Bigfoot, then just come see you. The bear? Oh, yeah, maybe. Man, bear, pig.
As you can see, a pair of red glowing eyes are peering into the home from outside in the yard. Due to the darkness, it's impossible to identify the creature, but based on the red eyes, it seems to be something out of this world. No.
I don't know about that, but I think there's like a lot of animals that could have that, you know, that reflective. Like, there's a lot of animals that look pretty scary, like that are like night animals.
Oh,
yeah, like a mountain lion, bear, man, bear, pig. All of the above. It's all of them.
Animals have red glowing eyes like this,
His neighbor
leading many
Bob.
to speculate that it could be some sort of cryptid, a dangerous predator lurking in the depths of the wilderness, even though the caption suggests it's a Bigfoot.
I do like these videos though.
The following trail cam
These are
video
very,
is claimed to
very
show close-up and clear
entertaining.
footage of a Bigfoot, and for some, it's among the most convincing evidence to date. According to MBTV, the location was near Close River on the Oregon and California border. The trail camera was strapped to a tree branch about 10 feet off the ground. Take a look at this chilling footage.
That's a gorilla. This looks like a mask. This looks like a costume. I don't know. Something about this screams costume to me. That's the man in a suit. Yeah, I don't know about this one.
The camera, originally set up to record a feeder below, captured a massive creature. It's dark and completely covered in long, shaggy hair.
What are the odds that like a lot of these people that, you know, post these videos, like it's them? I feel like it would be a lot of them, but maybe not. Why is it smiling? Because it's saying cheese. It's like cheese. Hey, it's me. They're crazy boomers. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
The face is terrifying, resembling a monkey's, but it's clearly not any type of monkey. Given that the camera was placed 10 feet up, this creature is estimated to be around 8 feet tall, as its head...
Why are all... Like, this is the other part. Every single one of these is blurry. It's killing me. It hurts my soul. I just want I want a good, clear video.
head is only a couple of feet below the camera. The size of the arm and leg in the shot is enormous, with limbs that are too thick and well defined to belong to someone in a costume. This remarkably realistic footage has not yet been debunked and is even puzzling experts. So what do you think? Could it be a Bigfoot?
I would like to talk to these experts and everybody, and I would like to understand. It's because I don't.
A photo was recently released.
And but if it was clear, then people would still say it's fake. You know, if it was a clear one, I would actually, and it looked like, and it didn't look weird, you know, like a gorilla suit or something like that. I would be more inclined to give them a little bit more credit. But it just seems like with all of them being blurry, it just, I don't know, makes me feel sus.
That was taken by a driver's dash cam around 1:10 a.m. in Anaheim Hills, California, in a small suburban neighborhood. The photo captures a dark, hairy creature that appears both ape-like and human-like,
It looks
unlike
somebody with a
gorillas and
bomb
apes,
squad suit
which
on.
typically hunch over when they move. This creature stands upright, leading many to believe it's not a monkey at all, but possibly a Sasquatch. The Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot, is an infamous creature often reported across the U.S. However, Bigfoot has never been officially recognized by science. Despite this, the abundance of photographic and video evidence, along with numerous first-hand accounts, has led many to believe in its
Never even covered bones of these creatures for me. Oh yeah, that's a good point too. That is a really good point too. Yeah, like how come we don't have any bones or anything or something, you know? At least something. That's just you on a McDonald's run. Bring me back some nuggies. Bring me back some nuggies. That's true. That would give them some credibility if they had something like that. That is a very good point too.
video evidence, along with numerous first-hand accounts, has led many to believe in its existence. Bigfoot is said to be very elusive, usually staying hidden from sight. So why would one of these creatures appear in a small California neighborhood?
Or is the man in costume just spitballing, right?
Could this be a clever hoax? Or is it a genuine photo of Bigfoot?
The following was just released on January.
I will say this though, like some of these like definitely like might be like a little bit of a brain scratcher, but then I also feel like I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, and as soon as we were able to start recording things with our phones and everything else, I feel like people just do crazy shit. So then it's kind of hard to find like authenticity with a lot of things. Like even with like the paranormal videos, like a lot of people, fuck around with stuff like that and then they'd be like, "Oh, look, like my house is haunted." So, it's not just instances like just Bigfoot. I think there's like a lot of like different topics that, people probably ruin it for everybody. Your favorite is the shitty CGI videos. Have you there's like have you heard about the Bigfoot that was like seen on the train or something? And it was just like the people that own the property do it like periodically. So I don't know if it's like to try to keep people off their property, but I guess they caught them like walking through and thought it was real. I was like, oh my God. Like that one was like like you could tell. Like you could tell like that one was so fake.
3rd, 2024. A man was hiking in the
I'm gonna say everybody's making fake videos. A big four from the beginning. Yeah. It's just like I feel like it just definitely hurts like authenticity of things, but I don't know what you do about it, like either you just totally believe in it, which is fine, which is totally fine, or you just are more skeptical. And I don't know if there's like an in between there, unless something you could like maybe be like, okay, like that one looks almost legit. But I almost feel like you have to be like on board 100% to believe in all of it, or you don't believe in any of it, but like just like the idea of it.
woods,
It's a good
enjoying
joke,
nature,
yeah.
when he came across a beautiful clearing. An
It
open
wasn't
field
that long
surrounded
ago.
by
I think it
trees
was
on
like a
all
couple
sides.
years ago.
He admired the breathtaking view and he eventually took a photo. It wasn't until later that he noticed something unusual among the trees. When he zoomed in on the photo, he spotted a tall, dark creature right in front of the trees.
I thought that was a
The
cave.
creature is covered in long black hair and appears to be peering at the man. Skeptics initially suggested it could be a monkey or gorilla, but the creature is too tall and too slender to be any known primate, and its posture is distinctly human-like. Monkeys typically don't stand fully upright like this, and based on the surrounding trees and foliage, the creature is estimated to be around 10 feet tall. Skeptics
Why did we zoom
also
in this
propose that it
far?
might be someone in a costume, but how could they be that tall? Plus, the creature looks incredibly realistic. Because of these details, many believe this could indeed
Lord
be a
Garmadon,
Bigfoot
how's it
caught on
going?
camera.
How you doing?
Perhaps it was trying to blend in with the
It's poor
surrounding vegetation.
Photoshop. Oh yeah, like it does kind of look like that, huh? It does kind of look like a bad Photoshop. Or you know what this almost reminds me of? Like those big mannequins that you see at like Halloween stores, and then it got like photoshopped in. maybe I'm totally off base, but so small, the torso is so huge. Probably because they didn't stretch the image right. I don't know. But it does kind of look like it does kind of look like a bad Photoshop. Or maybe they had their friend stand in a costume and then they were trying to like make it bigger, because it almost looks like it doesn't have legs. It looks like it's like in a monkey gown of some sort.
Indeed be a Bigfoot caught on camera. Perhaps it was trying to blend in with the
Yeah, I don't
surrounding
know.
vegetation.
I don't know
but
about that
was
one either.
ultimately
I'm gonna say
unsuccessful.
sus.
I'll leave this one up to you. Do you think this is the first legitimate Bigfoot sighting of 2024?
I'm gonna say no.
Let me know your thoughts. This is some brand new footage released on August 5th, 2024 called the Jabez Cascade. Bigfoot. The footage looks extremely real and it's shocking so many people. But the most mysterious part about it is that no one can find any background information. Despite lots of digging, I couldn't find any background information either. But here is the captivating Jabez Cascade Bigfoot video.
This could be anything. This could literally be anything. Bro, why do you do this to us?
Is the captivating Jabez Cascade Bigfoot video.
The video shows a dark and wide, hunched over being in the distance. It seems to be trying to sneak.
Maybe this is a dude in a ghillie suit getting stung by bees. Is that a clip from Psych? Maybe. I don't know. It looks like some big dude in a ghillie suit that's getting stung by a bee or something. Or a wasp.
And wide, hunched over being in the distance.
Fuck.
It seems to be trying to sneak around, but noticed the man's presence and tried to flee quickly and quietly. The way it walks is not the way a human walks either. Its strides are strange, this still shot. Here provides us with the best look. It really does look like a Bigfoot. And it's estimated around 7 feet tall or so. But until more background information is released,
Fair enough.
It may remain a mystery. A mystery that may be better off unsolved.
Man, I haven't watched Psych in forever, though. I still really like that show.
This footage is from some time ago, but has only recently reappeared, leaving the internet baffled. The mysterious incident took place in Latvia, a country in northeastern Europe. A man was casually walking through a Latvian forest when he suddenly encountered what appeared to be a Bigfoot-like creature.
Okay, let's just... I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh that hard. This... Bro, I can't. Like, this, like... Oh, man. I don't even know what to say about this one. This one might be my favorite one, though. It's sick as shit. Or you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like when you go to like Halloween fest things and people are walking around like monsters and they like try to do like that creep walk, you know? Like that's like that's all that I can see. This is GB playing more airsoft. You're ruining it, man. Why would you like get this close to it?
The creature was covered in thick fur and walked on 2 legs. As soon as it noticed the man filming, it quickly retreated, bounding across a highway.
I think this is like a crazy man that like lives in the woods. That's what I think. I think it's a crazy man that lives in the woods.
Given that there were no cars on the road, it's believed that this was a remote, or perhaps even an abandoned highway, deep in an isolated area. The man who encountered the strange being was left clueless about what he had just witnessed. As viewers, we can tell that this creature is not human by the way it moves. It crouches down, looks at the person filming, and runs across the highway with an unusual gait, swinging its arms and shoulders in a way that is not typical of human. Cryptid enthusiasts quickly speculated that this might be a Bigfoot, although it's smaller
Just a homeless person? That's what I'm saying.
It could be a juvenile Sasquatch. Others think it might be an entirely different cryptid species native to Latvia.
I think that's just a crazy person in the woods. That's how I feel. That is my favorite one though so far.
A mother and daughter were taking a walk along a familiar path in the woods, a route they had traversed.
Highway was abandoned. Why was there a car? Right? I mean, like, sure, like, it probably doesn't have a ton of traffic, but I don't think it's abandoned. Like, you could hear a car.
Many times without any unusual or frightening experiences. However, this day turned out to be different. As they enjoyed the tranquility of nature, they were suddenly interrupted by a massive, unidentified creature. The creature was spotted in the brush just off the path.
Oh my god, okay, this one looks like super CG. I'm not even gonna lie.
Just off the path.
Like,
Come on inside! Carly!
no, like you can't even see the rest of his legs. Like his legs disappear and I can't even pause this fast enough. That head is a cryptid type. True. Right, update your graphics. Come on now. This would have been this would have been the one. This would have been the one. It's got some Popeye. Bro works out. Benching those trees, fallen trees.
A giant hairy beast that, upon realizing it had been seen, quickly turned and fled. The mother, visibly...
Also, too, like, we are flinging this phone everywhere. I'm surprised she's still holding on to it.
It had been seen, quickly turned and fled. The mother, visibly shaken in the footage, urgently called for her daughter to run inside.
Look, and now it looks like it has, like, no head. Or, like it's supposed to be behind that leaf, but I don't... Or that stem? I don't know. It's... Everything about this seems odd.
Visibly shaken in the footage, urgently called for her daughter to run inside. Despite her fear, she managed to capture a fairly clear video of the creature. Zooming in for a closer look, the creature appears to be covered in brownish fur, with its face and hands being the only areas not covered. Its face, in particular, looks terrifying. The footage has sparked debate, with some arguing that it might be a person in a costume, pointing out that the fur appears neatly trimmed. However, others note that the creature stands around 8 feet tall, with broad shoulders and a wide stature, making it unlikely to be human. Some speculate it could be a prop, but the mystery remains intriguing, leaving us with more questions than answers.
I've seen quite a bit, right? Like, I mean, like, that one's definitely better. This one was definitely the best quality one. Unfortunately, that bar is not very high, though. Person could be on stilts, right? Well, and then, like, she's screaming, and you don't think, like, that would startle it, or, like, it would at least acknowledge you because you're screaming? I mean, if you're that close. Or your legs and head, bro, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't... Like, it seems like... I don't know if it's because it gets so blurry that when it moves like that, I don't know, like, everything blurs and then doesn't have a head anymore. I don't know.
There isn't much context available for this video. It's unclear where exactly it was filmed or who the man in the footage is. What we do know is that the man was a hiker, out for a hike, and it seems he was vlogging his experience. The video starts off normally, with him showing his surroundings to the viewers, but something massive is quietly lurking in the background. As he turns, we catch a glimpse of a dark, hairy creature.
Shaky, blurry video is how they cover editing. Oh yeah. That would make a lot of sense because look at this. This could be anything. It could be imp, it could be bear, it could be, I don't know, him. His friend. Right, way too staged, right? Yeah, this one I'm sus. I'm sus on this one.
Lurking in the valley with him. The unsuspecting man seems completely unaware that he is being...
Also, some of these videos, and they're like, oh, this is 2024, it's 2023. You know how good cameras are for that? You're gonna tell me that, like, some of these are like, that's the best you got? There's no way. Ain't no way.
Being stalked, and continues walking and filming as usual. He claims that it wasn't until he reviewed the footage later that he noticed the mysterious figure. Upon zooming in and examining the footage more closely, the creature appears to resemble a Sasquatch,
with
its dark fur, wide stature, and broad shoulders. Although it's difficult to determine its exact height due to the distance, it's estimated to be significantly taller than the man filming. This encounter took place on February 21st, so further investigation is still ongoing. This video was uploaded to TikTok on October 26th, just a few days ago. It features a man doing construction work in a forest, operating a backhoe as part of his job.
Because just a few days ago, I expect this to be crystal clear. Behind you for no reason, just to watch back later, right?
Unbeknownst to him, a trail camera set up near the site captured something unusual lurking in the background.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. How? How? This is like from 2024. This is 2024 quality. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me. What is with all these phones and doing like being like, oh, like you can like zoom into the moon. Like, I know it's like a meme and everything, but isn't that supposed to be like like that's how good our phones are? And you've got these dog shit videos coming. Bro, come on.
Working in the background.
It's the sight boss, yeah. The opacity is see-through.
The creature seen in the footage looks enormous.
This one is using a trail cam. I guess I don't know what he's using. I don't know if he posted up a trail cam or what exactly. I guess I'm not sure. Team Harry Potter cloak.
The
Oh my
creature
god.
seen in the footage looks enormous, estimated to be at least 9 feet
It's a
tall
blurry Bigfoot.
based on its position. It appears to be observing the man from a distance, seemingly intrigued by what he's doing. If this was indeed a Bigfoot, it might have been fascinated by the construction activity.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on here. Hold on. What is the resolution quality of trail cams? You could get 4K trail cams. So I'm going to say sus. You get 720, you can get 1080, and you can get 4K. I'm calling sus. I'm calling sus. Sir. We have to do better.
Because it had
We have to
never
do better.
encountered anything like it before. The man operating the backhoe never noticed or heard the creature. So if not for the trail camera, no one would have known it was there. Interestingly, someone in the comments mentioned that
Rose trail
Bigfoots are
cam
known
is from like the 90s
to be
then.
curious about construction equipment, and this behavior is supposedly well documented. If that's true, it could explain what's happening in this.
Why do you what's with that? Do they think like they're taking down their home, or they want to be construction workers too?
Video. However, some speculate it could just be a person in a gorilla suit or some other kind of costume.
I mean, I think we can say that about a lot of them. This was entertaining though. I did really like this video. A lot of them were pretty entertaining. Maybe what? Bad Girls Excavator. Well, here are 12 minutes of people laughing at the worst possible moments. I felt like this would be kind of funny to watch. Don't Bigfoot likes construction equipment? We don't know shit. We've never actually seen one, but we know. We know for a fact Bigfoot likes construction equipment.
There's something about serious moments that makes our brains betray us, and suddenly we can't stop laughing. Whether it's an interview with unfortunate people, a live news broadcast, or a tragic incident, the more inappropriate it is to laugh, the harder it becomes to hold.
I want to know like how uncomfortable these ones are going to be, because I feel like it's going to be really funny.
It in. In most interviews, the host meets the guests beforehand to build a bit of rapport. It's standard practice. But in this case, the interviewer didn't get that chance. And that one mistake ended up derailing the entire show, forcing it to shut down permanently. The guests were there to talk about medical procedures gone wrong, from personal experience.
Is er precies gebeurd bij jou, Marijke?
Ik ben opgenomen voor een goedaardig spel. Ik ben geopereerd en mijn humeur is geraakt.
We komen zo dadelijk bij jou terug.
The program started off like any other, but what the host didn't know was that one of the guests had vocal cord damage.
Luistert aan zijn stembanden. En toen hij mij aansprak, ja, er kwam zo'n gek geluid uit. Ik moest zo ontzettend lachen. Maar ik wist natuurlijk van, ik mag hier niet lachen. Ik mag hier niet lachen. Dus ik probeerde mijn lach in te houden. Maar hoe meer ik mij probeerde te concentreren op de ernst, ja, hoe meer ik voelde van, dit hou ik hier niet uit, dit hou ik niet uit.
And the moment the man began to speak, that's when everything started going downhill.
Ja, Eerst met heel veel ongeloof.
Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord.
Oh my god, it's not funny. I can't blame him though. Why didn't anybody warn him? Why didn't anybody warn him? Be like, listen, man, bro's voice is kind of fucked, and he's gonna sound kind of like he got kicked in the balls. That's just how he talks. Oh my! I almost feel like this studio set him up for this.
Eerst met heel veel ongeloof.
Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord.
Excuseer.
Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord dat Rijke hier hanteert.
I can't blame him, but it's probably like worse too because he's like trying not to, and it's just making it worse. Although it looks like this dude in the back is trying not to laugh too, but like this person, I mean, she's disgusted because she obviously like doesn't have a sense of humor, but like Mickey Mouse, the Tootsie Pop owl. Oh my gosh. Oh, like this poor man, but like, why did anybody warn the host of this? This seems like so dirty. It looked like everybody's holding back from. Yeah.
Excuseer. Excuseer, dames en heren.
If you thought things were already off the rails, just wait until the guest brought up his...
Because he feels bad, and like he knows he's not supposed, like he's not laughing at him. I think it just caught him off guard, so he started laughing, So like you couldn't even be mad at this dude, like if he had no idea. Like you can't broadside somebody with something like this and expect somebody not to laugh. Like how bad these two are. Oh my god.
Sex life.
Plus het feit als je met seks omgaat, is het niet alleen het fysieke dat telt, maar ook soms de lieve woordjes.
No way. This guy's talking dirty to his wife with that voice. Bro, I know. Hey, maybe he could make a lot of money doing that. Maybe.
Lieve woordjes. Ja, ik vind dat dit echt niet kan hoor. Ik bedoel, nee,
oh no!
Moeten we nu nog antwoorden of niet?
Sometimes, the body has a mind of its own, and in that interview,
It's not right to laugh at that poor guy, but it's fucking funny. I know, right? It's like, I bet he feels bad. But like I said though, like somebody, like how could you not? Like you have to like, in this instance, like why would you think that like he wouldn't react this way? I bet he's super embarrassed though, which sucks. And then and this is on like television, so like everybody saw this. Like that sucks. Like that sucks.
Sometimes, the body has a mind of its own, and in that interview, the host faced some serious consequences for what unfolded. The last clip was both uncomfortable and funny,
right?
But this next one
like
takes
so
things to a
funny,
whole
though.
different level.
In Oxford, Michigan, the 15-year-old who authorities say killed 4 high school classmates made his first court appearance today. He was charged as an adult with 4 counts of first-degree murder in yesterday's mass shooting, as well as assault and weapons charges and a rare count of terrorism causing death.
Following a tragic school shooting that claimed several lives, the media began interviewing survivors and their families.
We were with the Pittman family learning about one of the victims, Tate Meir, from his friend Devon.
He's probably the best person I'll probably meet, besides my dad and besides God. Tate was smart in class. Me and him used to joke around, me and him used to play.
Things took an even darker turn when the host broke the news that another hospitalized classmate had just passed away.
News, another classmate died.
Oh, Justin. Justin.
You might wonder, how could anyone possibly laugh in a moment like this? Well, that's exactly what happened when the student started talking about his dad.
I was whispering because I didn't want the shooter to hear me and my classmates. And my dad was just asking me what's going on, what's happening.
And then I told him it's a shooting. Somebody's here shooting up the school. And then he told me, he said, okay, I'm on my way.
Why your dad? Is he your superhero?
Yes.
Now there was uncertainty whether the dad was crying or laughing, but most commenters deemed it to be a laugh. What do you think?
His dad imagined himself in a Batman costume.
Dad was crying or laughing, but most
Wait, this has got to be one of the most unfortunate videos for the dad. He probably is sad as fuck, but his mannerisms are just off. I mean, maybe it's just a little... I don't know. People sometimes do weird things, like, after kind of like traumatic events. His wife was giving him the look he wasn't crying. Yeah, it's like a nervous laugh maybe. Or maybe like he didn't want to like start crying on camera, so it came out as like a laugh because he's like trying to like suppress it.
Commenters deemed
I know that dad was fighting for his life in this interview.
it to be a laugh. What do you think?
Yeah, like I feel like a nervous laughter is definitely a safety mechanism. And it's not like they're laughing at like this whole situation, right? But I also feel like sometimes like if you get too emotional, sometimes it makes people kind of act different. And then imagine having like a camera in your face. You know, like you may not act the most appropriate sometimes. Not that you aren't sorry or sad.
When I was in when I was 9, I got.
Oh God, this is gonna be Bobby Lee. And you know he's gonna make them laugh though. Fucking Bobby Lee.
When I was in when I was 9, I got molested by a guy with Down syndrome.
You can't just say shit like that, man. Like, oh my God.
I got
Bobby Lee is a given, right?
got molested by a guy with Down syndrome.
Don't laugh, Ryan. I'm not laughing.
Why'd you laugh?
It's just...
That's rude.
It's such a curveball.
I know. Can I just say something? I'm going to say it again, and if you smile, I'm going to leave.
You truly know someone is your...
I like Bobby Lee. I think he's funny. I think he's funny, and he loves Stardew Valley. I mean, I think he has like an addiction, but that's okay. He got to meet his hero, Concerned Ape.
I know. Can I just say something? I'm going to say it again, and if you smile, I'm going to leave.
You truly know someone is your friend if they laugh at you during serious situations. It's all fun with no hard feelings. It's just how men are.
I'm going to say it again,
That's
and if
true.
you smile, I'm going to leave.
Well, all right, hold on.
When I was...
Don't look at each other. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. You just gotta look at your feet.
You ready? Don't cover your mouth, though, either.
Hey!
You can't cover your mouth. So when I was 9 years old, every day for a summer.
You can't throw it in there.
Why?
Every day? You couldn't avoid him, for God's sake? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
This metal.
And then tell them you say again and then not fucking laughing, especially, right? Exactly. I mean, look at him, like they're like crying. Like, don't even make eye contact with him. Like, just you gotta look at your feet or something, or maybe like punch each other in the dick so that you're more focused on that, because there's no way that you are not laughing.
Every day? You couldn't avoid him, for God's sake? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
This medal, Ryan says, is an opportunity to tell our story. There was valor everywhere, according to Ryan. And so today we also pay tribute to all who served with such valor that day, shielding their wounded buddies with their own bodies, picking up unexploded missiles with their hands and carrying them away, running through the gunfire to reinforce that post.
By adding things, I mean, that's just what Bobby Lee does, though. That is definitely what Bobby Lee does. Do I miss Obama? That's a loaded question. Short answer, no.
And carrying them away, running through the gunfire to reinforce that post, fighting through their injuries and never giving up.
Things started off routine, a normal Medal of Honor ceremony for a soldier who showed valor in the heat of battle. But Obama's choice of words to describe the opponent's strike caught Ryan completely off guard.
Why? We're not going to talk about politics.
Up at their tiny post, Ryan and his team were being pounded.
Almost instantly, every one of them was wounded. Ryan is.
Why would you use this terminology? Why would you use these words? This is like football, and they're like, oh yeah, they like penetrated their defense. It's like, why do we use these words?
Guard.
Up at their tiny.
3 rules in life in a big, don't talk about sports, and you don't talk about really, and yeah. Every president does good and bad. That needs a long-winded, nuanced response. Yeah. This video is political. It's not, though. There's nothing political about this. This is just Obama using, like, bad terminology, and it's just kind of funny. Like, what else about, like, what other videos have we watched in here that has made this political? It's not black and white for simple yes or no. Yeah. That is true too.
Post, Ryan and his team were being pounded. Almost instantly, every one of them was wounded. Ryan and his team were being pounded.
Remember those days when you...
Man was fighting for his life. Man was fighting for his life. People baiting for a response. Well, it's, I mean, like, if you want to go down that road, then you're gonna have to find somebody else. So, like, we're not, if I say so. What's political about this? Because he said, I mean, like, what he said's funny. Like, yes, I mean, man's fighting for his life. This is a funny video. I don't know. I don't think Bobby Lee is exactly a politician, so I don't see how that's political. The first one was just a talk show, so I'm a little bit confused on like why you think this is a political video just because we're seeing a clip of a president saying something that's like kind of funny. It's not that deep.
One of them was wounded. Ryan and his team were being pounded.
Man is just fighting for his life
had
here.
to give a presentation in front of the whole class, and it was nearly impossible to stay serious. That's exactly what happened.
He's pounded like that, of course, we're laughing now, exactly. I always hated that in football too, because like they'd always say that. They'd be like, "Oh, they're really penetrating him," and it's like, I don't think that's how you use that word. Not like that. Like, don't like why? But why?
In front of the whole class, and it was nearly impossible to stay serious. That's exactly what happened to this young man. Keep watching.
12 minutes of people laughing at the worst time equals politics. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. Imagine that. Just because, God forbid, we see something from a president that says something funny.
Because it gets worse.
Today I will tell
They're
you
penetrating the
about
line, yeah.
my professional dream of becoming a race car pilot. Let me start by...
Wait, did he say race car penis? Wait.
Of becoming a race car pilot.
I think he said race car penis. This poor kid.
About my...
But his English is better than whatever language he speaks. I don't know if he's Brazilian.
Professional dream of becoming a race car pilot. Let me start by telling.
This is kind of wholesome though. Like this poor kid though, and like he's like, oh shit, I just said penis, and now I can't stop laughing. Oh man. Tynan was penetrated up. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, why car pilot is great.
Oh no.
First I love speed. Second, I would like.
This kid's awesome though.
One of the more infamous police academy challenges is
what a time to wake up.
The chicken test. If you smile or laugh, it's straight to push-ups.
Drop. Straight, I can't stop. This is a great video.
Please support human appeal.
Oh, have you seen the video of it was like a woman, I don't know, she cashed a bad check, so they called the cops and they brought her into this room. They're talking to her and she was saying like, "Oh yeah, like I'm just like it was a check from my boyfriend. He lives in Connecticut." And the guy's like, "Oh, like he lives in Connecticut." And she's like, "Yeah," or she said something like he's overseas in Connecticut. And like two cops had to leave the room and then like the one cop was like that dude was fighting for his life to like not make it like luckily like he was behind her so he couldn't see her like so she couldn't see everybody laughing, but then the cop just made it worse because he was like, "Oh yeah, he's like so like overseas in Connecticut." And she was like, yeah. Oh my god, those cops, I I don't know how they didn't not laugh.
Drop.
Please support Human Appeal. Please support humanappeal.org.uk.
Wait, what?
Please support humanappeal.org.uk.
The evening was
English is hard for us because of that. I sympathize with that kid. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, but that kid was
Please support Human
great.
Appeal.
That kid's awesome.
Please support humanappeal.org.uk.
I first started there being like, what? What?
the evening was just kind of wrapping up. I just went along to the room just to have a wee quick check. As I got into the corridor, I saw that the door was slightly ajar. I heard noises, kind of whimpering, bit of kind of growling, looked round the door, not sure what to expect, and I found the cat, the dog over the cat, and an uncompromising position.
This couple took their neighbor to court, claiming their dog tried to get a little too friendly with their cat.
My cat's now on medication for anxiety and depression.
The victims were only asking for an apology, but even that was too much to ask.
An actual heartfelt apology. I'm really, really sorry, Nikki. I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't realise that it was... I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? It's not a funny situation.
When you go to therapy, look...
Because she's like, are they really saying that, like, my dog was getting down and dirty with the cat? Like, come on. Like, I don't know. I feel like she, like, doesn't even, like, believe this story.
Nikki, I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't realise that it was... I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? It's not a funny situation.
When you go to therapy looking for help, but end up leaving with even more issues than you walked in with.
It's not easy to talk about this. My fear ain't really a manly fear.
I mean, what do you fear? Having a baby out of wedlock?
That's easy work.
What, baby mama? I mean, losing a loved one?
Don't laugh.
Ain't no reason for me to
just please don't laugh.
Okay.
Oh, God. You can't say that and then come out with something wild and then having somebody not laugh, though. I'm laughing and it's a funny situation, yeah.
I'm terrified of clowns, man.
Was there ever a time that you had to use karate to defend yourself or another person?
Yes. This one time at the supermarket, this girl was getting robbed.
What is this? What is this? What? You know how many times I've been like, you were where? You were where?
Yes. This one time at the supermarket, this girl was getting robbed by a big guy. And the noble thing to do was to stop him to save her.
What is this? Why is he sitting like that? You're scared of clowns too. There's actually like a lot of people that are scared of clowns. At one time at band camp, right? Right, as soon as someone says, please don't laugh, I don't know if I think I would immediately just start like trying not to laugh.
I can't do it. Okay.
The most difficult thing I had to do in martial arts was the focus and the patience. Because it takes a lot of learning and a lot of time to do what you have to do.
I actually love this guy though. I love this guy. Do what you have to do.
And a lot of time to do what you have to do.
How much are they?
During a live news report on a serious murder case, the reporter was caught somewhere between shocked and amused.
You think clowns are terrifying too? Clowns don't really bother me, to be honest. Like I don't know. They really don't bother me.
When the image of the
I think you're trying really hard to impress her. Oh, maybe.
serious murder case, the reporter was caught somewhere between shocked and amused when the image of the suspect appeared.
You like clowns? I'm like pretty like I guess I'm like neutral on clowns. Like I don't hate them, but I don't like them. You know, like I guess I'm like I don't really have an opinion. I guess because they don't really bother me one way or the other. His voice is a little funny. That's just typical Asian voice. It's just like the like emphasis that he puts on words. That was gold. It was gold. Scary ones come off as cringy. Yeah, they kind of are. I hate when he comes from the 80s.
The reporter was caught somewhere between shocked and amused when the image of the suspect appeared on screen.
Making headlines around America this morning in Michigan. Police have arrested a man who's suspected of chopping up his wife. Michigan police say suspect Stephen Grant was captured in Michigan's Wilderness State Park and airlifted to a hospital. The area is more than 400 miles.
Oh my God, that's not funny, but Jesus Christ.
State Park and airlifted to a hospital.
Like, oh God, this was the best picture they could get of him. Oh dear Lord. Right? Oh.
Hospital. The area is more than 400 miles from Grant's suburban Detroit home. The 37-year-old man is accused
he
of
looks
the death of
crazy.
his wife, Tara Lynn Grant.
No, stop showing it. Stop showing it. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. I mean, he looks like somebody who would do this, though.
Year-old man is accused in the death of his wife,
100%. He looks like
Tara
somebody
Lynn
who would do
Grant.
this.
A torso and body parts of who is believed to be
This
the mother
poor
of two were
newscaster.
found this weekend in and near the Grant home.
Oh yeah, you could see he got them cray eyes,
Two
100%.
were found this weekend in and near the Grant home.
What do you do when you accidentally burp live on air? Most would play it cool and move on, but this TV host, he found it so funny, he burst into uncontrollable laughter for a minute straight.
Are we ready to take a call?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you ready to take a call?
I think I am.
Are you okay?
Oh, sorry.
Well, let's put you over with Justin from Madisonville, Kentucky. Say something to myself.
I'm sorry, Justin?
Yeah.
Anyway, my question is about spam on the internet. From my email, I mean.
I can hear you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you mean
You should have just given dude a minute to get it out, cause you know obviously. Oh man.
I'm sorry. So you mean you had a question about the internet? I can't do this. Why don't you someone else take me for a second?
Come on, buddy. Shake him, shake him. I think.
Honestly, I wish I could laugh as hard as this guy does. When your English is so bad that you turn your own frown upside down.
Poor souls,
Kababayan ko, hindi po ako narito.
You can say in English kasi para maintindihan din ni ano.
All my fellow Filipinos. Now this is my side. Listen, look, and listen, and learn. Pero the truth will set be free. Yun na, lalabas ang katotohanan.
Oh my God. Why would you make her do this? Oh my God. Why would she put her through this? This is diabolical. Like, say, oh, like, yeah, you could say it in English. Maybe she doesn't want to.
The truth will set be free. Will be yun na, lalabas ang
Yeah,
katotohanan.
I think she did great.
Sorry. Sorry.
Your Lola talk just like that. I mean, she did fine. She did fantastic.
Een vraag uit het publiek aan de... Ja, meneer, je
Oh
had
God. Oh God, we have more of this.
Ik heb het zelf.
Oh. Oh, bro, no.
Had een opmerking, Ik heb het zelf.
They just wanted this guy to get fired. I'm convinced they wanted this guy to get fired. You can't do this to him. This poor man. Oh my God. That was a good video though. That was good. That was a good one. Now we're gonna watch a real fucked up video. You guys ready for this one? This is the grave digging cannibal becomes mukbang content creator. This is gonna be a wild ride. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. I really like this is Dark Asia with Megan. I really like her channel a lot. But I hadn't watched this one, so I was like, oh, we'll just watch this one together. You know, we got mukbang, we got cannibalism. What could go wrong? Time to get serious, guys. Yeah, it's nothing else. Eating people as a mukbang is nothing to laugh about.
Imagine you're watching a mukbang video on YouTube. The creator is a friendly looking guy. He got a gentle voice, always smiling and trying his best to introduce you to all kinds of local foods. He seems warm, maybe even a bit shy. And if you like his vibe, chances are you will click on his other videos, maybe even look him up to learn more about him. But what if, after searching his name, you found out he once went to jail?
He does look a little scary, but is that just because of the context that we already know? That, you know, like obviously he's not great, so he already looks scary.
If, after searching his name, you found out he once went to jail for eating a human body. This actually happened, and the case went viral in Indonesia long before the internet became part of daily life. This is the story of a man who terrified a whole generation of kids in the early 2000s.
Oh my
God.
God.
A name that still makes people...
Oh, so like he did this and then became like the boogeyman to kids after? Like, oh, like if you don't behave, he's gonna come out and he's gonna come eat you? I mean, that sounds like some shit that would happen. For Nikado Avocado lost his flight, I thought this title would have been him curbing a victim. Oh my God. Oh, damn. That's a burn. That's a burn.
Terrified a whole generation of kids in the early 2000s.
These people aren't caught sooner. That's true. Although sometimes, I don't know, in some of these countries in the areas, it might be harder to catch stuff like that too. Like, she has a video that's actually like really interesting, and it was like it was like a Chinese spy that went to I think it was in Indonesia maybe or Thailand, and she became like a government official in that town. And then when they were trying to verify her records and stuff, like shit got all weird. And then it was like, I guess China trying to infiltrate that town to maybe take it over. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, but she managed to like go there and live there long enough that she, I guess, like, you know, like got in with everybody and got in with all the right people. And then and like they thought that she was like born there. And then when people started digging, like nobody knew anything about her. And then they were like, oh, well, like none of this is like adding up. And then they realized that it's because she was from China. She was like a Chinese spy or something. It like that story is like really crazy, but it's actually like really interesting. And it was like from the 70s, I think.
The story of a man who terrified a whole generation of kids in the early 2000s. A name that still makes people shudder.
The closest thing that tastes like human is pigs. Oh, so are tasty. You have like bacon, like people bacon, people chops.
Sumanto, the corpse eater.
Sumanto, the corpse eater. Down with it, down with it.
It all started on January 11th,
be a good story.
2003. The weather in Indonesia was unusually hot. Most people stayed indoors, trying
Juicy breast meat. That's a lot of pork rinds, right?
to cool down with fans or iced tea. But in a quiet village in Purbalingga, something unthinkable happened. A grave just buried 16 hours earlier was found wide open, and the body inside gone. It was the grave of a woman named Mrs. Rina. Locals were terrified. They immediately called the police, and soon a trail of disturbed soil led them straight to a small, run-down hut made of bamboo.
I don't know if this is still true or not, but from what I remember, I think it says like cannibalism in the US is only actually illegal in like 2 states. But it's usually because in order, I guess, to get to that part, other things that are illegal happen. So, but I think it's like there's like 2 states where cannibalism is actually legal, illegal, but it's like legal everywhere else or something like that. Or it's the opposite. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna get put on a list, aren't I? If when I look this up. In all U.S. states. Oh, wrong button. Oh yeah, here. Cannibalism is not explicitly illegal in most U.S. states, but that doesn't mean that it's legally permissible either. There's no federal law directly bans cannibalism. 49 states don't have specific anti-cannibalism statutes. Idaho is the only state with a law that explicitly prohibits the ingestion of human flesh or blood, punishable up to 14 years in prison. But it said like, so like the reason why it's because it says like, because other crimes involved like murder, desecration of a corpse, abuse of a corpse, health violations. So it's like, in order for you to like, I guess legally do that, it's like hard. But there was a guy that like, I think he had to get his like foot amputated or something like that. I think he asked if he could take it home, and he like cooked it so he could try like human meat. So he ate like a piece of himself. Just say you're looking up pigs, right? Said while you won't find cannibalism listed in most criminal codes, the surrounding legal framework makes it virtually impossible to engage in it without breaking multiple laws. So yeah, his friends ate it too. Yeah. So like I guess in that instance, like that would be like, I guess like your only loophole, I guess, is like because that would be legal. Idaho must have a vampire issue in the past. Maybe, I don't know. But like, is it like, but like, when you think of it that way, like it seems kind of crazy. But then at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of things in line that obviously, like, in order to get to like the consuming part, it doesn't, like there's more laws that, I guess like come before that part. Idaho has a lot of fucking issues.
Of disturbed soil led them straight to a small, run-down hut made of bamboo.
They season at least. So I think they did, and I think he fried it in a pan or something, and they like cut it up and like put it in a pan, and then yeah, it was like him and his friends, like they all tried it, but not gonna try it, but I'm curious now I'm on a list. I would say that like I'm not interested in it, but um in an apocalyptic kind of environment, I wouldn't be above it.
Soil led them straight to a small, run-down hut made of bamboo. People crowded around. They started talking. Someone pointed and said, "That's her. Those are her bones." And sure enough, inside that little shack were what appeared to be human remains. Police arrived and arrested the man who lived there, Sumanto. As he was led away in handcuffs, the crowd stood in stunned silence. Someone asked the question everyone else was thinking: did he really eat her?
I think seasoning
Words
salt makes
spread like
everything taste
wildfire,
amazing.
even
True.
without social media.
That's all you
The
need.
story was everywhere. But then another twist. Mrs. Rena wasn't his only victim. So who was Sumanto?
So he was digging up people that recently died so he could eat them. Bro, that is... People can't even die in peace over there with that guy around.
What drove him to commit something so disturbing, and why did this case leave such a lasting mark on the country? Sumanto was born on March 3, 1972, in Purbalingga, Central Java. He was the oldest of 5 siblings, Mulyati, Karyono, Mariati, and Mulyanto. His family was better off than most in the village.
What do you think makes people, like, want to eat people? Like what do you think goes on? That they're like, man, that person looks delicious. Like, literally, you know?
Their house was bigger, and as a kid, Sumanto could afford toys and clothes his neighbors couldn't. The family's wealth
Mental
came
illness,
from inherited
maybe.
land and property. He went to Pelumutan 1 Elementary School and was known among his classmates as Suman. Even
Like, I would assume so, but like, at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, because some of them don't necessarily, like, some of them that you see that are like, oh yeah, like he was murdering people and like eating them or whatever, are definitely like kind of crazy. But like, do you think there's some people that just don't act on it, but are like, yeah, like I would totally eat someone if I had the chance. Not hands myself that guy. Oof. They're rotting and reek of formaldehyde. Both smell disgusting. They may not do that in this country though. I don't know if every country, embalms their people. Curiosity like me, but then they actually go through with it. I guess that's true too. Like I guess some people might be like when it comes to food, maybe more adventurous in ways, and maybe are like, oh well, like that would be like the next thing, but not so much in like a, I guess I'm like trying to like say like I don't really mean people that like want to like murder people and eat them, but just maybe people that are like yeah, like I would eat a person, They aren't embalmed, then they rot even faster. But I wonder if like some villages like don't have like that luxury though. So you'd have to know when they are buried. That's true. Go to Whole Foods and ask for a human leg for the family barbecue. Be like, you guys got any like legs, thighs? I will try everything once, but I have to be goddamn desperate on my deathbed and food wise for me to even think of eating a human. So insider information could be because it's taboo, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, because I'm not, I guess, like grouping, like murderous people that are obsessed with like murder, like killing somebody just to eat them. It's like people that would maybe be like genuinely like interested in doing that, I guess. but I feel like at no point in time have I thought to like try a person. But at the same time, I think in other circumstances, like if you're hungry enough and like there isn't anything around, but like, you know, like weren't people doing that like in the Cold War in Russia? Like they were like eating like their neighbors' kids and shit because they were starving. Like you know, like I feel like some situations like that are, you know, probably more haunting because it's like super fucked up, but you're starving. Can I get some leg and some breast meat, please? Some people like doing things because it's not socially the norm. Yeah, I kind of like feel like that too. Like it maybe those are the people that I'm maybe thinking of more so. I understand desperate moments like mine are stuck for weeks or whatever, but cases like one in the video, a mystery is a mystery to me. Yeah, like I don't know if this man, because this man obviously isn't like killing people. So I guess like that's like where my question comes from because he obviously wasn't killing people. He's like digging people that have already died up, which I mean, obviously, like that's very disrespectful, and you shouldn't be doing that. But like, what is making him seem like he needs to like eat these people? Because I feel like she said what she said about him like growing up doing pretty well, which means that like he wasn't hungry. And I feel like she's like making that point for a reason of being like, it's not like he was starving, where like, you know, like starving people do a lot of desperate things. So like he wasn't growing up that way. So like what happened that made him be like, yeah, like I want to like nom on this person. I know it was oh the Donner Party. But I want you to try it's kind of like free game. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know if you could say like here you can sell my meats off. I guess maybe. I don't know. That's a good question too. Could you say that? Like could you be like, "Oh, you could sell my human meats off if anybody's curious." That seems crazy though. People had struggle food and it's never gotten that far. Right, but I mean there's definitely periods of time though where people have. But I feel like she's framing it as in like he's not one of those people, right? Like this village that he lives in like may not be doing the best, but uh nobody's starving. He's not starving. You know, like it's not a situation where, you know, people are like, you know, like literally dying of starvation. Like it doesn't seem like we're in this kind of setting. So I guess that made me think of like, you know, what would compel somebody to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna dig this person up and just eat them. I'll attend your funeral. Just wanted a new snack, a new type of snack. Maybe. That's very possible too. Human meat isn't used to make hot dogs. No, that's true, because everything's a hot dog, right? Right? Late night munchies be wild.
Mutanwan Elementary School and was known among his classmates as Suman. Even back then, people noticed he was a bit odd, pulling pranks, acting strange sometimes, but he got decent grades and moved on. Sumanto's dream was to attend Kemankon 1 Middle School, but his test scores didn't make the cut. Determined, he repeated 6th grade just to retake the entrance exam. The second time, he passed. His new school was
even if it's not like happened in the Soviet Union, even if they were struggling at some point. I think didn't they do that though? There's like a few instances in history where I mean they weren't necessarily like just eating the shit out of each other, but like it was happening.
3 kilometers away. Every day he walked there on foot, herded goats afterward, and collected weeds to feed them. In the evenings, he studied the Quran at the local mosque.
Damn, Jimmy tasted good. My compliments to the chef. Oh my gosh.
To feed them. In the evenings, he studied the Quran at the local mosque. With no TV, village life was simple. People looked forward to things like Layar Tanchap, a traveling outdoor cinema, or traditional puppet shows.
This is cool. This is kind of cool though. That's kind of nice.
Called Wayang. But life changed quickly. In middle school, his family's finances crumbled. First, they couldn't afford new clothes, then food. They sold their livestock, land, and even furniture to survive. Eventually, they had to move into a much smaller house, and in his third year of middle school, Sumanto suddenly dropped out. No one knows exactly why, but most...
Well, I don't know. I think when your family's broke and starving, sometimes it seems like a lot of people tend to like drop out of school so they can try to like help their family out. Imagine eating human bra. Like, like, I mean, I think you can if you want to. You can just go buy one. I don't. What? Well, in the Soviet Union, early 1930s. Yeah. No, like the village in the video didn't got as far as the Soviets, even if they had a bad moment at any given point. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess I don't know a whole lot about a lot of villages like this. That's why I really like her channel, because you get to hear about like a lot of different instances of like places and countries that like I know like I've like or like I know of countries, but I don't really know about like a whole lot about what goes on in there. So she finds some very like pretty like heinous things, but it's also like kind of interesting.
believe
Broth,
it was
maybe?
because
Oh,
of the
maybe.
financial pressure. There's not a lot of official detail about how Sumanto's parents treated him
Sounds
or
like a
what his
bra.
home life was really like, but from what's been reported, it wasn't exactly nurturing. His family, like many in rural Indonesia, held on tightly to traditional beliefs. So, if a child acted out or showed signs of mental distress, they didn't see it as something serious. They just said the kid was being naughty, nothing more. So,
Maybe they meant bro. Oh, well, I don't think they have to be dead to get. I don't know. There are edible bras and panties. Sound disgusting to me, but yeah, that's true. That is true. You guys, this is a serious video, okay? We can't make these kind of jokes.
Child acted out or showed signs of mental distress, they didn't see it as something serious. They just said the kid was
Super
being
serious.
naughty, nothing more. So Sumanto grew up in a place where resources were tight, support was almost
Like,
non-existent,
lock it in.
and emotional needs were often ignored. In that kind of environment, it leaves a mark, especially when everything started to fall apart during his teenage years. Studies show that kids who grow up in poverty and experience trauma or neglect are more likely to struggle with mental health as adults. Some develop aggression, others spiral into deviant behavior. For someone like Sumanto, who was already isolated, already struggling, that lack of care and understanding only made things worse. By the time he reached adulthood, Sumanto had already drifted far from whatever normal path he might have taken. While working in Lampung, he met a woman named Sutrima. They fell in love, got married, but it didn't last. After the wedding, something in Sumanto changed. He became violent, quick to anger. He started hitting her. That became the reason for their divorce. Not long after, in 19...
He ate her. That's what I thought. That was my thoughts on it too. Was that like he killed her and ate her? But I don't know. It kind of sounds like he just beat. I mean, he doesn't sound like a very good guy. He sounds like he beat the shit out of her instead, tenderizing her.
her. That became the reason for their divorce. Not long after, in 1993, he married again, this time to a widow named Tugien.
Oh, so she just left. Well, that's probably good. That's probably a good thing.
Co-worker at a sugarcane factory. They had a daughter together named Titis Wahyu. But even with the family, things didn't get better. Sumanto would disappear for long periods, never saying where he went. And when he was home, he was abusive to his wife and to his daughter. The cycle repeated.
Oh, no.
Eventually, this marriage fell apart too. By 2003, Sumanto was back in his hometown of Perbalinga, living alone in a tiny house on the edge of the village. His financial situation was worse than ever. He couldn't even afford rice. Meat was completely out of reach. And maybe out of desperation, maybe something darker, he started to wonder what it would feel like to eat meat again, real meat.
Oh, okay. So like that's where it came from. So he was, I guess, hungry. Oof. I mean, like that's I feel like that's a pretty dark place to be in for somebody. Like bruh, I mean, eating human bruh? Uh I I'm still not sure. They're young.
Wonder what it would feel like to eat meat again, real meat. Then on January 11th, he heard a village announcement. An elderly woman had passed away.
She was impotent? I mean, he had a kid. I love pizza, but I ain't killing anyone for it. Yeah, that's true. I guess, like some people do weird things when they get desperate and are real, down low like that.
He heard a village announcement. An elderly woman had passed away. Her name was Mrs. Rena. She was 81 years old, and her burial would take place that day. That's when the thought crossed his mind. What if I took the body? What if I cooked it? He waited until the village cleared out.
I mean, this doesn't seem like this is very mentally healthy thinking, I would say.
The body, what if I cooked it? He waited until the village cleared out. 16 hours after the burial, Sumanto went to the grave. He dug it up, pulled the body out, stuffed it into a bag, and brought it back to his house. What he did next is the stuff of nightmares. He cut the body into pieces. Some claimed he even removed her genitalia and turned it into a necklace. Then he cooked part of her flesh just like it was normal meat. But soon the village found out. Someone noticed the grave had been disturbed. When people looked inside, the coffin was empty. One villager stepped forward shouting, "I saw it. It was Sumanto. He took the body. He was wearing something that looked like a woman's parts." Panic.
How would you even pull this off? Like making a twat necklace.
Was Sumanto. He
doing
took the
good.
Body. He was wearing something that looked like a woman's parts. Panic spread fast, and within moments, a crowd formed. Some people picked up weapons, just in case. They all headed towards Sumanto's house. When they arrived, they saw it for themselves. Dirt, the color of dried blood.
Oh God, are they gonna do they're gonna bring the pitchforks and drag him out of his house for this?
Arrived, they saw it for themselves. Dirt, the color of dried blood leading up to the door. They burst inside, and what they found was unforgettable. Bones scattered across.
It said that he was wearing like a Gina necklace, which I said I don't even know how you would make that. A justified witch. That is true. I'm just wondering if this was something that the town deals with, and he's not gonna actually be charged with anything. He's just gonna disappear. Is this real story, bruh? Yes, this is a true story.
And what they found
Pitchforks and
was
torches.
Unforgettable. Bones scattered across the floor, a plate of rice on the table with something that looked like meat beside it. Everyone was thinking the same thing.
Sounds like a Resident Evil plot.
He actually ate Mrs. Rena. They didn't wait. The villagers...
Hopefully he didn't eat her brain though. That's how you get that one thing that like makes you go crazy, right?
drag Sumanto straight to the nearest police station. And that is where the real...
And you know, how you know this real story? Because it is like a real person. For the love of God, could you please spell better though? The Pyrans. Mac, are you referring to mad cow disease? I forget what it's called. It's called something that you're not if you eat a person, you're not supposed to eat their brain. But I forget what it's called.
Investigation began. After his arrest, the investigation moved quickly. Sumanto was brought in, questioned, and what he said left the entire country stunned. With a calm smile on his face, he admitted it. He ate the body.
What do you mean spelled better? Bro, you literally spelled dis. You know this real story. Just think about it.
When police asked
Kuru, yeah, that.
Asked what human meat tasted like, which is an odd question to ask, Sumanto smiled and answered, "It's bad, worse than dog or mouse. Even cat meat tastes better."
Damn.
Grave robbing is already a major taboo in Indonesian society, but eating a corpse, that was beyond comprehension. He later said he was hungry, but during the police investigation, Sumanto initially claimed something else, that he ate human flesh to gain spiritual powers. He believed that by consuming human flesh, he could become stronger, even immortal. That alone raised serious concerns about his mental state.
I would agree. I would say that that's probably not the right reason. I mean, not that I don't know if there's like a good reason, but I would say that that's on the bad reason side. It lingers for years. It enters the earth from the corpse. Oh shit! Sounds like a vampire cross with the voodoo. Kind of.
The police eventually turned their attention to Sumanto's past, trying to trace where these beliefs came from. Their search led them to Lampung, during the time he was married to his first wife. That's when they found Taslim, the so-called mentor. He wasn't a doctor, not really. He was a dukun.
Oh my god, bro, please. Why he told the police he was hungry, LMAO. 'Cause he's not mentally stable.
The so-called mentor. He wasn't a doctor, not really. He was a dukun, a local shaman posing as a spiritual healer. According to Sumanto, it was his mentor, Taslim, who introduced him to the idea. He told Sumanto that if he ate 7 corpses, he would gain the power to bring the dead back to life.
Oh no.
And if he wanted even more power, he'd need to consume 21, maybe.
Oh no. Oh shit. Yo, shamans are crazy in some of these places. Like some of these stories that I've heard. Some of these shamans, man. Oh god, they're a little cray cray. Yeah, this is like some necromancer power type shit.
Be even 41 bodies. Sumanto decided to aim for 7.
He does have kind of crazy eyes.
And as the investigation continued, police uncovered more bones inside Sumanto's house. Some of them clearly not belonging to Mrs. Rena. A few were identified as female, while others couldn't be matched to any known victim. It was difficult to say exactly how many people might have been involved. They also found clothing belonged to a man named Mistam. He was a familiar face in the village, an elderly masseur who often visited people's homes for traditional treatments. People recalled that the last time anyone saw him, he was heading to Sumanto's house. After that, he was never seen again. Because of that,
also maybe he was killing people and then thought like maybe I can only get away with so many murders, so then he started digging up people who had died.
House. After that, he was never seen again. Because of that, many suspected Sumanto had something to do with his disappearance. But the police couldn't find any physical evidence linking Miss Tam's disappearance directly to a crime. There were no remains confirmed to be his, no witness accounts, and no confession, just clothing, just assumptions. So while the suspicions were strong and the rumors widespread, Sumanto was never charged with murder. In fact, he wasn't convicted of killing anyone at all. To really understand what happened in Sumanto's case, it's important to look at where psychological issues and cultural beliefs overlap. In Indonesia, spirituality and traditional beliefs still play a big role in many communities. Even though the country is predominantly Muslim, belief in shamans, spirits, and supernatural forces still runs deep.
Well, yeah, I definitely believe that. It seems like from some of the other stuff that I've heard from this channel, it seems like they believe in some wild things.
Belief in shamans, spirits, and supernatural forces still runs deep. In rural areas especially, the line between mental illness and traditional practices can be blurry. When someone talks about spiritual power or supernatural influence, it's not always dismissed, it's often believed. Sumanto said he...
Getting away with nothing is a bit crazy though. Yeah. At least a year. Yeah, I mean, also too, like, I guess it'd be interesting to know like how big these villages were and like how much, maybe like how close the community was. But I have seen ones like where shamans, I feel like, or I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about shamans to like put my 2 cents in, but it does seem like sometimes they kind of believe in some crazy stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like usually villages are much more tight knit, but like what if it's like a bigger one where it's like, like maybe the people directly like on his street or near him were tight knit, but you're not like tight knit as like a whole, where like you still kind of know who everybody is, but you're not super close. I did see the Diddy stuff today.
It's not always dismissed, it's often believed. Sumanto said he ate human flesh to gain power.
This video mad long. Well, you don't have to watch the rest of it if you don't want to. You do have that option.
And to him, that belief felt real. But many experts believe there was more to it, something psychological. Growing up isolated, with little education and constant exposure to spiritual teachings, Sumanto may have developed a distorted view of the world. By the time he was on trial, his mental health had become one of the most debated aspects of the case. Legal experts, psychiatrists, even the public all questioned whether he should be seen as mentally unfit, or if he was simply someone whose beliefs had pushed him to do something horrific. Could his...
Saying to me he's getting away with it, they were paid off, in my opinion. Yeah.
Belief in spiritual forces be...
Watch something you don't want to, you're literally making yourself upset at this point. Exactly. I don't know. Yes, this is a whole 22 minutes long, and we like to have discussions here, but if it's too long for you, leave.
Him to do something horrific. Could his belief in spiritual forces be considered a mitigating factor? Or did that belief make him dangerous regardless? Psychiatrists were brought in to evaluate him. Some believed he had a serious mental disorder, possibly schizophrenia or another form of psychosis that made...
I can get my business case accommodation above mental illness and beliefs. I mean, this is like... I don't know. I'd like to know like where this mukbang came in, because like so far we kind of like got to like where he was digging him up and they caught him, but like then did they find videos of him like making mukbangs like with, I guess, these people in them? I could open up a floodgates for Hollywood instead. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like some weird stuff about that. Now I'm just saying that video long don't mean Ion wanna watch it. Okay.
Mental disorder, possibly schizophrenia or another form of psychosis that made it hard for him to distinguish fantasy from reality.
have you been, Gers?
Eventually, his lawyer
What have you been up
presented
to?
a diagnosis from the police psychiatric department dated January 22nd, confirming that Sumanto did have a mental health condition. Based on that, the defense argued that he couldn't be fully responsible for what he had done. His lawyers also argued that Sumanto hadn't actually killed anyone, that he was mentally unstable and had simply stolen a corpse.
Is that I guess is stealing corpses like maybe not a big deal in some countries? Although I feel like it should be, but maybe it's not. Oh, you're good, demon. You know, life happens. You just, you know, whenever you could make it, that's all that matters.
Done. His lawyers also argued that Sumanto hadn't actually killed anyone, that he was mentally unstable and had simply stolen a corpse.
I feel like that's like such a weird wording. I mean, like, yeah, like he didn't kill anybody, he just stole it. Like, as if, I mean, like, yeah, you shouldn't murder people to eat them, but at the same time, like, I would say, like, simply stealing it isn't any better. It's been working and gaming on Tarky and stuff. Oh, nice. Very nice. You know, just streaming. Same old, same old. But I have been good. Can't complain.
They told the court that Sumanto's actions weren't driven by personal malice, but by warped understanding of spiritual duty. Whether influenced by mental illness or traditional beliefs, they said, he genuinely
Thought it could have been a positive thing that the list from Diddy potentially getting out since... Okay, the only thing I'm going to say about this, and I'm not going to get too far into it, is that, I think if they really wanted to make this stick, that racketeering charge and everything, that, they needed more people. Like, if that makes sense, right? Like, so, like, racketeering, like, I mean, like, look at, like, in the, what, like, 20s and 30s when all the mobsters had gotten arrested for racketeering and all sorts of stuff. There's, like, a shit ton of them. So it's like, so you're gonna tell me that he did racketeering solely by himself? Because if you look at the rest of the list of charges he had, that's like, I mean, he must be magical to be able to be, you know, bouncing around like that and orchestrating something that's like obviously pretty big by himself. So I feel like if you really wanted that racketeering charge to actually like be true, I'm not saying that like I think he's like that it's good that he got off, but then you got to get people involved. Like that's essentially like how you prove racketeering. If that's what you want to charge somebody for. I don't know why he's not going to court for like beating the shit out of his girlfriend, because at least that you can prove because it's on camera. Like there's plenty of other things that like probably you could prove. But I feel like some of the charges that he actually went to court for are kind of I think they're harder to prove and seems a little weird to me, I guess, because some of those charges seem like they require more than one person, but you're only trying one person and nobody else is involved. So that kind of like made my antenna go up about it. Cuz it's the same thing with like what's her face in prison for the Epstein shit. Like she trafficked people to who? Because according to the Epstein list and everything that like, you know, like saying that like, oh, well, like it's nothing, it didn't do anything, you know, this and that. So then she trafficked to nobody. So then why is she sitting in jail? You know, like I don't know. There's like certain things that I just like, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be there, but I'm just saying that like if you were gonna put her in jail, which is like probably where she belongs, then like where's the rest of it? Because as it looks like she trafficked people to no one. Just like, I don't know, did he somehow like did racketeering all by himself? But like that's not usually how it works. This company needed a lot more hands, but no way those were. Yeah, I mean like either way, you know, like. But like if you look at everything that like Diddy was charged with, and then to say that like you needed like what charges 2, 3, and 4, like you needed to have two of the three to make the racketeering go automatically. The count 5 like didn't count towards the racketeering charge. But if everybody was like stuck on getting him guilty for racketeering, then there's no way that like I mean, as far as like coordinating everything else on everything that he was charged for, I'm not saying that like I think he's an innocent person, but it just seems like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that you're gonna pin one person for basically like a group effort. So who are the other guilty parties? Like then you got to start charging people, right? Like we got to see some more people because it just doesn't really add up. So all those huge crimes are impossible alone. Exactly. So like that's the only thing about it is that like yes, it's crazy, but at the same time, like I don't really know how you could have necessarily charged him with that. I honestly think that like he should have had a domestic abuse charge and like some of the other shit that he has, you know, like at least that stuff like something you can actually like for sure prove because you know you have evidence of it, but this other stuff just seems a little like just a little fishy in my eyes. Basically went from the get-go since that huge of a case needs a lot more pieces to make it fit together. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. Like they fumbled it from the beginning, absolutely. Had you really wanted to like make all of this a thing, like they could have, right? I would assume so. But yet here we are. So I think if anything, people can blame not holding enough people accountable, and I think that's why he got off, honestly. I fear for the people who stood up for him. Oh yeah, I mean like, I mean like maybe I think it's just I think it's just gonna cause a lot of problems for everybody because like the people that stood up for them are probably going to be like, you know, either like they were involved too, so like they're happy because now they're going to be like, oh yeah, like it's all over, like we're good to go. People that like I don't know, I guess are against him. I honestly don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out between the two sides of it.
Whether influenced by mental illness or traditional beliefs, they said, he genuinely believed he was doing something meaningful, even necessary. And somehow, the court agreed. Sumanto repeatedly insisted he was innocent. He admitted to taking the body, yes, but he denied that what he did was wrong in the way people thought. On July 22, 2003, the judge handed down the final sentence, 5 years in prison, 1 year less than what the prosecution had sought. While the judge didn't convict Sumanto of murder because there wasn't enough evidence to prove he killed anyone, he was still sentenced for grave desecration and theft.
The ones doing bad acts will be more secretive with their buddies, probably, which maybe that was the whole point, right? It was maybe people were like, yeah, we're gonna get him on these like charges and have this big spectacle, but like nothing's, you know, but like because people don't know definitions anymore, you know, we can say like, oh, we can say racketeering, but then we're gonna have all these other like weird stipulations under it or like have these other things, but you know, at most like he might be guilty on one. I don't know. It just it seems a little odd.
He was still sentenced for grave desecration and theft. More precisely, not for stealing a corpse, but for stealing property. In this case, the property being Mrs. Rina's body.
That seems such like a bad way to say stuff. Like, they're saying Mrs. Rina is property? Like, that seems... The property got him. Like, that's just like, oh my gosh. Like, oof. This poor lady, she couldn't even die in peace.
Stealing property. In this case, the property being Mrs. Rina's body. That decision stirred controversy. Many people were uncomfortable with the idea that a human corpse could be treated as property under the law. Even Sumanto's lawyer raised concerns, arguing that a body wasn't just a discarded object. It had once been a living person. It deserved more respect than that. The court also acknowledged that Mrs. Rena likely wasn't Sumanto's only victim. Still, no additional charges were formally filed. It was
Is that because they couldn't figure out like who was who? Like they probably couldn't match up like some of the random bones that they found that obviously didn't belong to her, but like you can't prove that it was like this other person, and then I don't know. This just seems like then like what if this country doesn't really like have anything for this? Then what do you do? His lawyer's saying that while his client ate her, right? Yeah, right. Like I don't. Yeah, that seems like a bad take too. But like, what if what if they don't have anything for this, or like what if the best they can do is maybe like abuse of a corpse or something, which I don't know what that lands you in something. Like I don't know anything about different countries,
only victim. Still, no additional charges were formally filed. It was a decision that left many unsettled, especially considering the nature of the crime and the suspicions surrounding other missing persons.
It'd be as rare there too, right? So like maybe they don't even have anything as far as like eating, like cannibalism in general, or like what I guess like where he falls as far as like I don't know what kind of laws they have for, like once somebody's deceased, like what, like what's considered illegal. Because like there's places where like it doesn't seem like they don't care a whole lot about, like what happens to their dead, like, like you have to go deal with it, and you just hope for the best. But um I don't know. Like I can't say that I know I'm very knowledgeable about this.
Considering the nature of the crime and the suspicions surrounding other missing persons. And while Sumanto attributed his actions to the guidance of a shaman, and this claim was acknowledged during investigations, there is no substantial public record of a thorough investigation or prosecution of the shaman named Taslim. In the end,
that's weird too. Why wouldn't you go talk? Well, I mean, I guess what would that be considered? So like if you went and talked to the shaman and he said, yeah, I told him to eat people. What is that? What I don't like, I'm trying to even think of like American laws of, I guess, like what that does. Classic higher power told me to do it, right? So like where does this even fall for like as far as like justice goes?
Or prosecution of the shaman named Taslim. In the end, Sumanto didn't serve the full 5 years. His sentence was reduced and he was released early, after just 3 years, on the basis of good behavior and what the authorities described as a willingness to rejoin society.
So at most, whatever he got charged with was 5 years, which like that was like that's the worst it could have been, and he got 3.
It seems that during his time in prison, Sumanto began to feel genuine remorse. He wasn't the same man who had walked in. After serving time, he made the decision to turn his life around, starting with his faith. He joined a pesantren, a type of Islamic boarding school in his hometown in Purbalingga. The school was called An-Nur, and it was led by Supona Mustajab. There, Sumanto began to learn more about his religion. He was taught how to repent, how to reflect, and how to move forward. Those around him started noticing a change. He became gentler, friendlier, he always smiled, and he formed close relationships with the other students. That story spread quickly, and when it did, people started to look at his case a little differently. Some began to wonder or even sympathize with him. Was Sumanto really the monster people thought he was? Or was he someone who had been hungry, isolated, and confused? Someone who saw a human corpse not as sacred, but as something abandoned. Maybe, in his mind, he thought it's already buried and forgotten.
Do you think people, because he, I guess, kind of changed his life around, or like, oh, well, like maybe he was just listening to the shaman, so like, it's, I guess we can forgive him. Or would you be like, where the fuck is this shaman? Because I think we have to have a talk. Because that's what like I would feel like. It, like maybe it's not inherent. Like yeah, he did like something pretty like inappropriate and pretty bad, but it's I don't know if you could necessarily say it was 100% his fault without that shaman putting it in his head either. But I don't know what you charge the shaman for as far as like he didn't do it.
Worms are going to eat it. Why not me? Over time, people also started to question the case itself. For such a high-profile crime, there were surprisingly few photos of real evidence. Police said they found bones and remains in his home, but only reenactment photos from the investigation were ever released to the public. Some wondered how police had moved so quickly, raiding his house right after a villager claimed to see him carry a body.
Oh, do they think the law did this to him? Like, or like somebody else and they pinned it on him? Like, or like maybe they're like grave robbing or doing like some shady shit and then they pinned it on him? Imagine that he was just a silly little guy doing nothing wrong. Mhm. I don't know about that either though. Like I'm not saying that he's free from consequence, but you can get people that are mentally unstable that don't belong, that feel like they don't belong. You can get them to do some things that they probably wouldn't necessarily do by their own will.
Theories started to emerge. Maybe Sumanto was covering for someone else. Maybe he had been manipulated, or maybe he was just desperately hungry. That theory was quietly confirmed years later by an officer who had watched over Sumanto in prison. In one conversation, Sumanto apparently admitted, "I was hungry. I
saw other people eating meat. Could not existed. He imagined it from the drugs he was probably on. Maybe. But I don't know. Doesn't mean you're innocent. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
saw other people eating meat and I couldn't afford it. Then I heard someone died and I thought, why not? Maybe it tastes the same as cow or goat." But there is a strange twist. In later years, reportedly after his release in 2006, media and informal interviews quote Sumanto claiming he had killed 2 individuals. He said his first victim was a fellow worker. The second, someone who tried to rob him. In both cases, he cut off their genitalia and kept them as jimat, charms for luck and protection.
Ugh.
So over time, Sumanto's own story began to shift. During his trial, he insisted he had never killed anyone, but later in scattered interviews, he hinted that there may have been more, that he had taken lives, not just bodies. The problem was, none of those claims could be verified. There were no forensics to back them up, no murder charges, and with his story changing from one moment to the next, the truth was hard to pin down. Some believe this inconsistency may point to deeper issues. Mental health professionals had already suggested that Sumanto might suffer from a psychological disorder.
I would say that that's probably a very good assumption. Probably, yes. I always say that's a very, very good assumption. Because like it almost sounds like he's like a rambling person that maybe can't get his story straight because maybe his brain's like a little scrambled, you know? Then admit after serving their time. Yeah, right? Like that's like infuriating. Because then you're like, oh, like maybe he was just, you know, crazy and hungry, but then it comes out that they're just like a, you know, crazy killer cannibal, which is like, then it's like, fuck.
If that's the case, it's possible he wasn't fully grounded in reality, or that he genuinely believed different versions of events at different times.
Don't serve and admit, but the evidence is very limited to do anything. Yeah. like that's like the part that sucks too, right? It's like, you know, it's all it's not about what you say, it's about what you can prove. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely been both, which sucks.
Or that he genuinely believed different versions of events at different times. And today, Sumanto no longer lives in complete obscurity. After several years of staying under the radar, he slowly re-entered public life, this time in a very unexpected way. He was invited to take part in a local event with a playful, if controversial, theme, running competition chased by a cannibal.
Oh my god.
Around that time, he created an Instagram account. He operates under the Instagram handle Sumanto Official, where he shares various aspects of his daily life, including mukbang videos, motivational posts, and glimpses into his routines. And yes, he uploads mukbang videos, which is an odd twist for someone with his history. He posted a video of himself eating satay, his favorite food. The clip went viral almost overnight. Before long, Sumanto had found a new path as a mukbang content creator. And now, his face is once again in the public eye, only this time framed by food and followers, not police reports. Some people were genuinely surprised.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like that's definitely of all things that you could have been noticed for, like after doing this, as fucking mukbangs, and then like what people are gonna be thinking, like, oh, are these like people? I guess like that is just like a if you know, you know, then people are gonna be like, oh, is he like eating regular food or is he eating, you know, like the other food?
Here was a man once feared and judged, now sitting in front of a camera,
Yeah, right?
smiling, eating satay, and saying things like, "Don't forget to be grateful today."
Oh, that's weird. Can you imagine though if you were like somebody affected by this, like either like unknowingly or like I mean I guess like the one named victim that we have and you were like related to her and you saw this, like would you not like I'd be like very uneasy. And then I'd be like, is dude like eating people again? Like why like what?
To some, it's inspiring. They see a man who served his sentence, tried to change, and is now rebuilding himself through something as simple and relatable as food. They say people deserve second chances, that his past shouldn't define his future. But others aren't so sure. There are comments, skeptical ones. Some users express discomfort, even distrust. A few openly question the food he's eating in the videos, with sarcastic remarks hinting at his past. There's a clear
That seems a little distasteful. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Like, you know, you do something stupid in your past. I think there are things that you can certainly joke about, but I don't think this is one of them.
He's eating the videos, with sarcastic remarks hinting at his past. There's a clear tension between those who believe in rehabilitation and those who can't forget what he once did.
Oh yeah.
Can someone with that kind of history become an entertainer? Is it okay to watch, laugh, or even follow? His past will never be forgotten, but over time, his story has also sparked bigger conversations, especially about how we view mental health.
Yeah, like it's distasteful to the person and the past victims. Exactly. So, yeah, I wonder like for people that know who he is and seen him pop up on social media like this, there's got to be like some mixed feelings going on there. And then the people that don't know, then like, you know, like they don't know, which I mean, that's not their fault. But then for people that do know, like, then are you like looking at him and being like, how can people watch him or like support him or, you know, like, or all of the above?
Sparked bigger conversations, especially about how we view mental health. In rural parts of Indonesia, where such topics were rarely discussed, more people are starting to pay attention. Slowly but surely, awareness is spreading. So, What is your take on this case? Let me know in the comments.
I feel like I don't know, cause like it does seem weird that like after he got out of jail, then he starts saying that. It's also weird that like why would you make, I guess, sarcastic comments or jokes, right? Like jokes about your past when like that's your past, right? Like it's not like, oh, like I used to, I mean, you can even be like, you were a drug addict or something, it's like, oh yeah, like, I remember like at least I'm not like face down in like my own vomit today because I don't do drugs anymore. Like, okay, like that's fair. But like if you're gonna make jokes about how you used to eat people, that doesn't seem like that's a good idea. And it seems very inappropriate. So then maybe he should have gone to jail for murder, but then like she was saying, they couldn't prove that he actually killed somebody even though he said he did, and then like the one that they could confirm was a woman that was already dead, so he didn't kill her. So then I feel like that kind of puts you like in a weird spot too. So I guess I don't know how I feel about this. Like I guess by their laws he did do his time. So then I guess he should be let out, I guess. But if his reasoning was he was starving, and if he's not now, then there shouldn't be any reason for him to want to eat people. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel lots of things. I guess. I feel lots of things. Yeah, that was definitely a weird one. That was definitely kind of crazy. That was good though. That was very interesting. That was very, very interesting. It's weird how stuff like that happens. Like that's definitely like kind of like a wild thing. Like it's weird how stuff like that like comes about and people are like totally okay with it, or like or people have like some weird reactions to it, or there's like weird twists like that. But yeah, good old late night mystery. I liked it though. I liked it. But alright guys. It's that time. It's midnight. I gotta go to bed. And I am kind of tired. I got up kind of early today. So. But thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I think we had a pretty good lineup tonight. It was good. These were good. Do you though? What do you mean? Right, it's always good hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are great. But yeah, it is time for me to go. Yes, everyone have a good night, rest of your day, all that good stuff. It's only 2 a.m. Go to bed. 2 a.m. for you. Go to sleep. Oh, but thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you tomorrow night.